friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County School sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum. 333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum. Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
Fresh floral arrangements created right here in Mangum are the hallmark of the owners Darlene Bach and Darla Haitley at Flowers Unlimited. Remember, fresh flowers are a very personal, special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say you shouldn't have, but she'll be delighted you did. Flowers Unlimited. Call the local number 580-782-2122 in Mangum. Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Friends, you need to take care of your eyes. Have regular checkups. Make an appointment with Dr. Michael Geiger, Geiger Eye Care in Altus, and now there's a Geiger Eye Care in Frederick. Dr. Michael Geiger and Sons, Seth and Bryce, well, they're good at what they do, so get your eyes checked. Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, proud to support Southwest Oklahoma youth in sports, in the classroom, in the showroom, whatever. That's Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, Mike, Seth, and Bryce Geiger, 580-482-1756.
Well, hi again, everyone. Welcome to football on Classic Hits 97.7, oksports.com, and on our Facebook Live page. That would be Classic Hits 97.7 as we get sent for an A2 matchup between the Merritt Oilers and the Mangum Tigers on what is a soggy pink-out night. He is Justin O'Neill. I'm Michael Barnes. Thanks for joining us here. And he's trying to figure out how he can hear me as I speak. I didn't put that connection in there correctly, Justin. Sorry about that. But we get set for this ball game, and it's a pink-out night, and it raises awareness when it comes to cancer and battling breast cancer. The NFL does it. College football does it. They do it on a high school level and have done it quite well here tonight in Mangum. I'm, though, disappointed. There's so many guys that I thought would be wearing pink tonight. And here's the thing. I think that they're afraid to wear pink because they use the excuse, oh, it's too cold.
It's too cold.
Thank you, kid. Appreciate it. I mean, you know, if you're going to make fun of somebody wearing pink, you can't say that it's too cold to wear pink, right?
It can't possibly be too cold to wear pink, Michael, because I'm looking at you in a pair of pink shorts, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not been outside yet this evening, Michael Barnes is in pink shorts.
I look like a pink highlighter is what I look like. And that's okay because big supporter of raising awareness when it comes to cancer research and all those good things. And by golly, I'll participate. I'm not too afraid. Now, for those that are afraid, apparently they are selling pink towels when you come into the facility. So if you're headed to the Liberty Bowl and you're afraid that Michael is going to call you out because you don't have on pink, you can redeem yourself by picking up one of those pink towels that they have downstairs. By the way, we also have, courtesy of Katie Carney, and I think it's the junior high cheerleaders. I purchased some T-shirts for us, and so when Katie makes her way here to the Liberty Bowl, we'll have those to put on as well. And it may get cold before all is said and done, so we may enjoy that extra shirt.
I'm definitely going to appreciate having an extra layer tonight, I believe. A little bit of an east breeze, too, tonight, Michael, blowing in the windows for us.
Yeah, I came by at about 4:30 this afternoon doing the other job with the Department of Human Services, and my travels took me here to Mangum, so went ahead and set up the equipment. It was raining hard at that point, and our press facility here was well, it was bathed in water. So I'm glad that the rain has stopped now. We're going to check the forecast and check the radar coming up in a couple of moments. And then we'll also continue to talk about this ball game. Extremely important when it comes to the postseason. We're in week number 8. By the way, look at Casey. Casey has got no pink on either. Oh, no, see, I don't want to see that. Please don't show me that, all right? This is a G-rated program. Casey with statistics for us. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. But we'll continue to talk about the importance of this ballgame when it comes to postseason positioning. Justin O'Neill, we don't want to make a second week of November trip to Hooker.
We have a memory of that of last year, and yeah, we don't want that to be in the future for sure. That would be the least desirable situation.
All right, our countdown to kickoff is always brought to us by our good friends over there at the Stockman's Bank. We appreciate them for being a part of our pregame show. We'll return to the Liberty Bowl as we get set for Merritt and Mangum as our countdown to kickoff rolls on Classic Hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Back at the Liberty Bowl, Michael Barnes, Justin O'Neill, and a veritable cast of thousands as our countdown to kickoff continues, courtesy of our good friends over at the Stockman's Bank. We talked about the importance of this bowl game. Here we are, Justin, already week number 8 of the high school football season, and we're talking about postseason prognostications. And mentioned it before we went to break. If the season were to end right now, Mangum would be the 4th team inside the district. That means they travel in week number 1 to the number 1 team in Class A1, which happens to be, you guessed it, the Hooker Bulldogs. So we made that trip last year, sat outside, froze our tickets off, and really don't want to make a return trip in 2018.
I don't think the boys would like to make a return trip to Hooker either. That was a long bus ride up there and a long bus ride back, as it was the end of the Mangum Tigers postseason last year. As you said, this is a pivotal game in that postseason berth, as Merritt is coming in at 3-1 in district play, with the Tigers being 2-2.
Well, you mentioned those district standings, and Hobart and Frederick on top of the standings at 4-0. They're ready for a collision course, really probably to decide who wins the district between those two teams when they play in a couple of weeks. Both are 4-0. Here's the thing about that. Mangum has already played both clubs and lost to both clubs, so they're not going to catch them. They're looking at either third or fourth in the playoff positioning. Right now, they trail the team that they played tonight, Merritt. Merritt comes in with a record of 3-1 inside the district. Mangum is at 2-2. So is Cordell. And you hear us talk about points, and the maximum you can get is 15. The minimum you can get is 15 as well on the negative side. And Mangum holds an 8-point lead over Cordell. So if the season, again, were to end today, and they both had 2-2 records inside the district, Mangum gets the slot because they had that minus 3-point rating, if you will. Meantime, minus 8. Or minus 11, rather, for Cordell. The rest of the district standings, Sayre 1-3, Hinton 0-4, Hollis 0-4. So of that group, out of the last 3 ball games, out of the bottom tier, if you will, Mangum only faces Cordell. So you get an idea how difficult the process will be over the next 3 weeks for the Mangum Tigers.
Absolutely. This is do or die, if you will, for here on out for the rest of district play. The Tigers played a solid football game last week. It just didn't finish well.
Wow.
And we're hoping this week, we talked about it last week being homecoming and all the distractions that lie therein. And as I said, they played about a football game, I would say about 40 minutes solid, but then just a little bit of it just kind of slacked off at the ends of those halves, and really played a closer ball game than we would have thought.
I'd give them 42 minutes because it was the last 3 minutes of the first half and last 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the ball game. And my goodness, it was much closer than we had anticipated. When at one point it was a 40-20 ball game, and it wound up being 40-36. Mangum wins it by 4. So tonight, Merritt is at Mangum. We've established that here at the Liberty Bowl. Elsewhere on the schedule, Hobart is at Cordell. That ball game can be viewed on oksports.tv. And then we got 2 different versions of it on radio, 1420 KTJS along the Fox Radio Network. That's AM locally there in Hobart. And also you can listen to it on 107 The Zone on your FM dial. That'll be the Cordell broadcast of it. Frederick tonight is at Hollis, so the Bombers probably going to stay undefeated inside district play. And then Sayre will be at Hinton. Now, we look at the A1 district standings. And last week, coming into week number 7, it was Oklahoma Bible and Hooker tied for the top spot. Both teams undefeated, but Thomas absolutely destroyed Oklahoma Bible, and now suddenly it is Fairview that is the number 2 team inside the district. So Oklahoma Bible tonight is at Hooker. We've already talked about the fact that the Bulldogs are the number 1 team in Class A. Beaver is at Fairview. Moreland plays at Thomas, and Texoma will entertain O'Keene. So the standings in A1, Hooker 4-0. Fairview 3-1, Oklahoma Bible 3-1, but the tiebreaker goes to Fairview as they are plus 35. Oklahoma Bible is plus 19. Thomas, we talked about it last week. If the season had ended last week, Thomas would have made the playoffs.
They made a statement about that.
Yeah, they certainly did.
Must have heard us our prognostications about that.
Thomas is in the number 4 slot. They are 2-2, and they are plus 7 in the points. O'Keene 2-2, minus 7. Texoma 2-2, and they have 0 points. So very tight over in that A1 matchup standings, if you will, and A2 just as tight about the 3rd and 4th slots. And again, don't want to say because it's high school football, we don't know, but we would think that it will come down to a bowl game between the Hobart Bearcats and the Frederick Bombers to decide who will win the district championship. Our countdown to kickoff continues here on Classic Hits 97.7, brought to you by our good friends over at the Stockman's Bank. We'll take a timeout, come back. I've got to go pose for pictures in my monochrome pink outfit. I think it's going to be on the Mangum Facebook page.
I think you'll be. Where's Waldo? Well, he's easy to spot.
I don't think that page will ever be the same either. We'll return to the Liberty Bowl after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
The date for the big fall special sale at the Hobart Stockyards is set for Saturday, November 17th. You need wheat pasture calves, or you want to sell some, call Rex. We're going to have lots of great consignments. Want to consign or ask questions? Rex's number, 580-331-8547, 331-8547. Again, that big sale, special sale, Saturday, November 17th. We'll serve. Write that date down. Saturday, November 17th, Hobart Stockyards, where, like Rex always says, we want your business, and we sure appreciate your business.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Louis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Louis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offers government-sponsored apartments for persons 62 and older and people with Social Security. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi, and cable is just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brandy at 782-2452 for more information. 782-2452. The Mangum Golden Age Apartments.
Classic Hits 97.7. We are back at the Liberty Bowl getting ready for the kickoff between Mangum and Merritt. Countdown to kickoff brought to you by our good friends over there at the Stockman's Bank. And Justin, I was looking at the weather forecast, an 80% chance of rain tonight with a low of 52, a tenth to a quarter of an inch of precipitation, 50% chance of rain for tomorrow, mainly before 1 o'clock. And less than a tenth of an inch, 48 tomorrow night. And then the weekend looks absolutely picture perfect. 68 with sun on Saturday and 63 with sun on Sunday. So we get a little bit of a respite. Monday looks okay at 68 with sunshine. And then another round of showers and thunderstorms moving in Tuesday night into Wednesday. So that El Nino pattern is continuing.
It is continuing. You know, a lot of people tell me that fall is their favorite season here in Oklahoma, and I, for one, miss summer because fall this year has so far lasted 4 days, and we are into the dreadful days, if you ask me.
It has been rather dreary, too. You know, people talk about living in places like Seattle and Portland and whatnot and how green it is all the time, but it's also pretty gray a lot of the time as well. So, hey, by the way, we've got we can't dub these terrible towels because that's stealing from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I don't want to do that. But we do have our Mangum Tiger Pink Out towels for 2018. And want to thank the sponsors for these towels: First National Bank and Trust Company, also Great Plains Bank, Stockman's Bank, 333 Dental Care, Greer Funeral Home, The Loop Quick Stop, Triad Home Health Care, Mangum Brick, Bratton Drug, and Mangum Regional Medical Center, all sponsors of these great pink towels. And Justin, you actually got the last one that was available.
Hey, there you go. Got the last one. I didn't even know.
So you fellas that are coming and thinking you're going to get by with not wearing pink because you're going to have a towel to wave around, sorry, you're SOL. We got the last of the pink towels. You know, we had a chance to go down to the concession stand a little while ago, and you mentioned it when we got down at field level. It was slick and hazardous at best last week, and even though we haven't had a lot of rainfall between now and then, the field is really chewed up.
It is really chewed up. Right in the middle, you can see, especially in the middle of midfield, it is looks pretty muddy out there. So it'll be interesting to see Merritt wearing their nice white uniforms tonight. It's going to be a fun evening for many a parent, I believe, cleaning up those Merritt Oiler jerseys
Well,
tonight.
and it'll be easy to tell who was in the middle of the action and who wasn't, because if you got a clean uniform, there's probably some sort of statement being made there. By the way, speaking of clean, you have cleaned up on that bag of popcorn that you got from down there at the old concession stand. That was pretty good stuff there, huh?
Talk about a bargain. This is one of the biggest bags of popcorn I've ever had at a football game. My wife will make fun of me because we go to a movie theater and we'll get, of course, the biggest popcorn available because you get to refill it, Michael. And I will go through two of those cans of popcorn. Just I love the stuff.
Well, you can take that bag tomorrow and do your grocery shopping. It's so big. I mean, my goodness. That's some quality stuff there. And we also had our obligatory pregame cheeseburger, and thanks to the young lady who ran it up from the concession stand to us. We appreciate that. And we invite you to visit the concession stands. We got 2 of them here, including the one that our dear friend Ronnie Webb and his wife man.
Yes, they have. I'm not sure what they have set up, Michael. You'll have to fill me in. But I did see Ronnie down there a second ago getting things set up and going.
By the way, speaking of Mr. Webb, he was sans pink as well.
He was absolutely just sporting regular Ronnie Webb garb. And
the only thing that was missing was the Ward Cleaver cardigan that he tends to wear when we go to court throughout our district. Our countdown to kickoff rolling on here on Classic Hits 97.7, brought to us by Stockman's Bank, and we'll return to the Liberty Bowl. We've got Merritt and Mangum coming up. Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Courtsview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen when you're enjoying ball this fall, stack up on the best ribeye. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course, they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Courtsview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
Classic Hits 97.7 back at the Liberty Bowl. Our countdown to kickoff brought to us by our good friends over there at the Stockman's Bank as we get set for Mangum and Merritt in an A2 matchup. Merritt 3-1 inside the district standings, and Mangum is at 2-2 in 4th place. Merritt is in 3rd place. We told you about the bowl games in A1 and A2 tonight. Let's check the rest of the schedule around the listening area, as I think every team in our area is playing this evening in the truncated week because of fall break. Lawton tonight on the road. They'll be at Choctaw. And Lawton trying to avenge that it wasn't even a last-second loss last week. It was an untimed down against Stillwater. They scored on the final play of the ball game to beat Lawton. Wow. And Stillwater had been they still are ranked number 1 and undefeated. So that was an incredible game last Friday night over there at Cameron.
I did not hear that was they went the distance, but still had that one last play and got it done. Huh?
And it's worth noting here at the Liberty Bowl, we don't have windows in our broadcast facility. One of the assistant coaches at Lawton got angry, punched out a window, and it fell about 10 feet and cut a couple of the kids down below.
Yikes.
So we don't have that problem here. 5A play tonight. Altus is on the road there at Western Heights to take on the JETS Jets. Western Heights struggling as they normally do. Altus continuing to try to keep pace there in 5A1. Also in 5A1 play tonight, Lawton Mac will entertain the Bears of Noble. Duncan is at Ardmore. That'll be a great game. Number 5 on the Oklahomans' top 10 games of the week. And also Eisenhower left at about 10 o'clock this morning to get to Guyman for their ball game. We're back after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers. Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Classic Hits 97.7, our countdown to kickoff rolling
Farmers
on.
and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
Countdown to kickoff, Classic Hits 97.7, brought to you by the Stockman's Bank. Thank you for them being our pregame sponsors here on Classic Hits 97.7. Justin O'Neill, Michael Barnes, and I got pink on, he doesn't. But that's okay because Katie Carney on her way with our cancer T-shirts. So we look forward to that. And also we have got our pink towels that have we been told, by the way, we're supposed to lean out the window and wave these on occasion.
These.
Yeah. All right.
I'll be ready.
Okay, I'm sure that you will. Captain's going to make their way towards midfield here this evening as we check the rest of the schedule around the listening area. In Class B play tonight, Alec will entertain Carnegie. Cyril is on the road to battle the Eagles of Burns Flat Dill City. Snyder trying to stay undefeated. They will entertain Geary. And the number 10 team the number 10 game in the Oklahomans top 10, Laverne and Shattuck. Not Shirley, Laverne and Shattuck, not Laverne and Shirley. Class C play tonight. Mountain View Goodeville will entertain Granfield, and it's senior night down at Tipton where they entertain Maysville. Our captains had made their way out onto the field and will be making their way towards midfield. Dallin Smith, one of the captains for this group from Merritt. He is joined out there by Adam Gibbons, also a captain this evening for the White Clad Club, will be Trevor Dameron. And the final member of that group will be none other than Carson Rutherford. Meantime, Mangum will go with Bernard Bailey, and let's see, we see Perry out there. Brett Perry is out there, along with J.T. Schramm, and the final member of that captaincy squad is J.J. Skinner. And I bet you J.J. has got some pink that he'll be sporting before the night is over with.
I bet you're right about that. J.J. will. I wouldn't be surprised if he'd not miss out on this event one bit.
All right, so they will toss the coin to midfield. Again, you look at it, Justin, and from the 30-yard line here on the left end of your listening device or viewing device to about the 40 or so on the right end, field pretty chewed up. So it'll be interesting to see how they matriculate through that area.
I think you're absolutely right. You know, Mangum has made hay, if you will, on the power run game. Many times inside handoffs, and we'll see if that changes tonight, as it looks like footing is going to be an issue there in midfield.
Well, and you get towards the sidelines, and you can see that it is extremely wet along the sidelines as well. And, you know, it didn't really rain that hard this afternoon, but what rain did fall, I mean, it just stands on top because everything is so saturated.
Absolutely. The field, you know, the last few weeks, thankfully we've been inundated with rain, as we certainly needed it, but if you have not made the trip out to the Liberty Bowl, it is about as at as low a point as you can get in Mangum, and,
Yeah.
and catches a lot of water down here.
Well, Mangum wins the toss. They'll receive on the right end of your listening device here to begin the ball game, and that means that Merritt will be kicking from left to right. Our countdown to kickoff has been brought to you by good friends over there at the Stockman's Bank. We'll come back for the opening kick. Merritt and Mangum coming up. Classic Hits 97.7.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
Back in the Liberty Bowl as we get set for Merritt and Mangum, and Justin pulled up radar there, and you were telling one of the assistant coaches got about 15 minutes to stay dry, and there is a huge shield of shower and thunder shower activity that extends just to the west of Mangum, all the way back into Wellington in the Texas Panhandle. It is all drifting off to the north and east, about 20, 25 miles an hour. We're going to get wet.
We are going to get wet. You know, it's held off about as long as it looks like it will. We've been riding that line probably for a good hour, hour and a half, but it's not going to last.
By the way, they had the smoke bombs again tonight, and the air not quite as still as it was last Friday night, so the smoke somewhat dissipating throughout the area.
We didn't have to duck the pink smoke. Definitely dissipated very quickly.
Last week we got choked out. There was no doubt about it. By the way, our statistics is always brought to us by Casey Paxton over there at and you give the name of the newspaper because I always mess it up.
Mangum Star News.
Mangum Star News. They do a great job every week at the oldest newspaper in Greer County, and we hope that you check it out on a weekly basis. It's the Mangum Star News, and Casey does a great job of documenting not just sporting activities in Mangum, but also events in the community and the school as well.
Absolutely. Does a great job keeping up with events. I encourage you to check out a copy.
All right, set to kick it off now for this group from Merritt will be Adam Gibbons, the right footer, puts a toe into it. It goes off one of the up men, and it's down on the floor, and finally going to be recovered by Mangum. Wow, I tell you what, that ball bouncing off of one of the up men, and it rolled about 10 yards downfield, and one of the Tigers fell on it, and it looks like getting off that pile was Bryce Ditmore. So good job by Ditmore to go get that ball in space, and it turns out to be okay for Mangum. They'll have nice field position, 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Well, it's one of those situations where the field is, as we talked about, not in prime condition. Probably a great opportunity for the Oilers to try to catch the Tigers off guard with that kickoff.
Well, that was a hard line drive kick, and like I say, one of the upbacks, I think it caught him off guard. A lot of the time when you're that front line, you turn and look to see the ball where the ball's going, so you know who you're supposed to be blocking. All right, here we go. Empty backfield for Mangum to start the ball game, and now they'll readjust and bring everybody inside. As Colton Laughlin going to take a timeout to begin the ball game. How about that? 11:59 left in the first quarter, and a timeout being taken by the Tigers.
You got me, Michael. I'm as confused as they are,
I
would say.
We'll return to the Liberty Bowl after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
Fresh floral arrangements created right here in Mangum are the hallmark of the owners Darlene Bach and Darla Haitley at Flowers Unlimited. Remember, fresh flowers are a very personal, special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say you shouldn't have, but she'll be delighted you did. Flowers Unlimited. Call the local number 580-782-2122 in Mangum.
Coming out of the timeout, Mangum calls an inside handoff. A little reverse misdirection to Jalen Warner, and he'll pick up a yard. It brings up a 2nd down and 9. So still not really understanding what the confusion was on that first play, and they come out and pick up a yard. 2nd down and 9 from the shotgun. Laughlin going to hand it off to Perry. Brett coming to the near side. Has got the 40, looks for a block at the 45. Stiff arm there. 50, down at the 45-yard line. Runs over a tackler and finally stumbles out of bounds at about the 44.5-yard line. They said he stepped out at the 45. Tyson Rose, by any other name, got pummeled trying to make the tackle there. It's a 1st down carry for Brett Perry.
He did a great piece of running there by Brett. Looked like, to me, took some contact there about the line of scrimmage, was able to make a big play out of it.
Ball loose on the ground here. Laughlin now going to go back to the hole that was supposed to be for the running back and actually pick up a couple of yards on the play. Ankle tackle made there by Dallin Smith. And they'll give him a yard. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 38-yard line of Merritt.
You think that's a slick pig down there, do you, Michael?
Oh, my goodness. And again, it's that field, part of the field we talked about being so ugly. Handoff now to Booth. Sean Claude at the 35. Pummels inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Running over people getting down there. And Sean Claude will pick up a 1st down for Mangum. They will move the sticks. 1st and 10 at the 29 of the Oilers. So nothing fancy early on for Mangum. That first play, the inside handoff on the little reverse, everything else been between the two tackles. They'll go there again with Booth right up the middle of the field. He'll pound his way to the 25, maybe give him the 24. So Sean Claude picks up almost 5 on the 1st down carry. Tackle again by Dallin Smith. Mangum go hurry up right now. As they're trying to make a statement early on. 10:20 left here in the first. No score, but Mangum with the football on the drive. This time it's Perry. He'll spin to the outside. Brett looking for a block. Can't find one from Leighton Ketchum. Now going to come back to the near side, and he'll lose big yardage all the way back to the 33. Brett Perry trying to keep that play alive and did, but simply ran out of bodies to avoid. Making the stop was Adam Gibbons. Boy, a big loss there. It'll set up a 3rd down and about 14 now for Mangum.
As you said, big loss, but the Tigers playing this hurry-up offense. We'll see if that continues to work in the trenches.
Empty backfield now, 3rd and 14. Laughlin with all kinds of time. Now flush from the pocket, throws off his back foot for Perry. Corner of the end zone, catch is made, and this is down for the Mangum Tigers. Colton Laughlin keeping that play alive with his feet and throws it over the top from 34, caught by Perry for the score. And with 9:39 left in quarter number 1, Mangum the early 6-0 lead.
And as you said, Laughlin having all sorts of time. Took every moment he possibly had, though, as soon as he let that ball go, received some contact from the Merritt Orler, but was able to connect in the end zone.
Henry Lopez now, the extra point. Kick is on its way. Line drive is no good as it went underneath the goal post. But Mangum gets the short field. They take advantage of it, and they'll score first. 9:39 left in quarter number 1. It's Mangum 6, Merritt to get the ball for the first time after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Friends, you need to take care of your eyes. Have regular checkups. Make an appointment with Dr. Michael Geiger Eye Care in Altus, and now there's a Geiger Eye Care in Frederick. Dr. Michael Geiger and Sons, Seth and Bryce, well, they're good at what they do, so get your eyes checked. Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, proud to support Southwest Oklahoma youth in sports, in the classroom, in the showroom, whatever. That's Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick. Mike, Seth, and Bryce Geiger, 580-482-1756.
Mangum leading here, 6-0, 9:39 left in quarter number 1. Merritt to get the football for the first time tonight. Jalen Warner set to kick it away for the Tigers, but love the play. And we talked about this last week, the ability of Brett Perry to mirror his quarterback, go with him across the field, and find an open spot.
Quarterback loves that, Michael. It just makes it so much easier on those slow plays as they're developing to find a good target.
So Warner to kick the football away, does. End-over-end kick, going to be short, lands in no man's land, going to be picked up here on the other side of the 21 to the far side now, trying to find space at the 25 and getting a block at the 30-yard line. Look out now, trying to turn the corner. That's Zach Carr. Carr finally knocked down at about the 30.5-yard line. Carr doing a pretty good job on that return there for Merritt. Making the stop for the Tigers was Quan Bailey. It'll be 1st and 10 right at the 30 for the Oilers.
Yeah, Carr, as you mentioned there, it looked like he was one little block away from making big yards on that return. Good effort by that young man.
All right, so 1st and 10 now. Merritt goes to work here in quarter number 1. 9:29 left of the first period of play. It's actually on about the 30.5-yard line. Wide receiver split here on the near side, Tyson Rose. And a pistol formation for Merritt. Going to keep the football on the ground right up the middle. Big hole, 35. Still on his feet, out to the 40-yard line. 45, 50, breaking a tackle. 45, 40, down the near sideline to the 30. A little juke at the 25, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and finally knocked out of bounds. Nope, he's into the end zone. Touchdown. That's a touchdown run of some 70 yards for the tailback from Merritt. And just like that, it is a 6-6 ball game with the extra point on the way. 9:14, quarter number 1.
And a host of Tigers there, Michael, just taking bad angles. You got to wonder if they're just not getting the right footing that they're used to on this wet field. And a great piece of running there by Merritt Oiler, making it inbound, making it in the end zone right at the corner of the pylon.
Yeah, he did a good job, you're right, staying inside that pylon and scoring that touchdown. 70-yard run. That by far the biggest play of the year against the Mangum defense. And the Oilers going to go for 2 here. A little toss sweep to the right side. Rose trying to turn the corner, and he'll go into the end zone untouched. That's Dallin Smith instead with the 2-point conversion. So with 9:14 left in quarter number 1, it is an 8-6 ball game, but we've got a penalty flag. Holding will be the call, and Merritt's going to have to go back, Jack, and do it all over again. And welcome Katie Carney to our broadcast booth.
Absolutely.
Good to see you, Katie. Yeah, we don't have a light here. Because you're here, you light up our life. Thank you so much. Katie, we love these shirts. These are great, and we hope it was a good fundraiser for the junior high cheerleaders, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The American Cancer Society raised over $1,200.
My goodness,
Great.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. If we had another microphone, we'd put you on there. Do what?
Does that just need a light bulb?
Well, there's not one in there, so I'm guessing probably so. You going to have Richard bring us one? Yeah, I think it does work.
Well, if it works, I'm going to get you a light bulb.
All right, thank you. She brought us our T-shirts, and she's going to get us a light bulb.
Well, during the delivery, Mike, it looked like we had an illegal procedure once again on the Oilers, so they're lining up a third time.
I got to come here on the near side, want to throw the football, got a man open and knocked away at the last second. Good defensive play there by Mangum, and stepping in to make that play, I believe, was it was Trey Dickey. So good job by Dickey. 2-point conversion, not good. 9:14 left in the first. We're tied at 6, and back after this, Classic Hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Well, the Oilers had 3 chances at the 2-point conversion, could not convert. And so it'll be Mangum getting the football for the second time tonight. As kicking it away will be Adam Gibbons. Gibbons, a line drive off one of the front line guys the first time around, and ball went into no man's land. Mangum able to recover. Line drive. Bailey makes the catch at the 32. Comes to the 35-40. Gets a block. Still on his feet at the 43 to the 44-yard line. And then back to the 43 he will go. Tackled there by Jeremy Donald. But a good return by Bernard Bailey. Good field position for the second trip tonight for Mangum. They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll mark him down at the 43.5.
And you can see how these Tigers did that last series. Did a great job just playing some smash mouth football, Michael. It looked like just lining up the big boys, get some good yards out of it, and set up that nice third down play from Laughlin to Perry in the end zone.
Yeah, you're right. They pummeled the inside and then went over the top and got the touchdown. So see what this drive starts out with. Right about the 43.5-yard line. They'll go pistol formation. Laughlin going to send Booth in motion. Now he'll stop on the right side, and a penalty flag will fly. Illegal procedure going to be called against the Tigers. I think one of the interior linemen must have moved on that play. So that'll bring up a 1st down and 15 for Mangum. 9:06 left in the first quarter of play. 6-6 our score, and it has not exactly been a Picasso early on for both teams. There have been some mistakes that you don't expect in week number 8.
Definitely some mistakes. Got to think that has a lot to do with the conditions out there.
Well, it's the condition my conditions in. So they'll go back to the same formation, pistol, inside handoff here on the near side. Booth gets a kick-out block, takes it to the 41 and no more. So Sean Claude will get 3 of those back, sets up a 2nd down and 12. Good job of staying at home here on the near side by a couple of the defenders, Rowdy Pruitt staying at home. Got help from Austin Courtney as well. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and a dozen. 8:40 left here in period number 1. And you can smell the rain. I mean,
it's coming. I'm checking the radar, Michael. It's not looking good.
I just hope it doesn't come in our door. Laughlin going to toss it now to Perry on the right side. Brett going to cut back this way. And, boy, he gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And, again, give credit to Adam Gibbons staying at home in the middle of the field. Gibbons going to get credit for the tackle. Again, got some help as well getting off the pile. I think that's Austin Courtney. But and those interior guys not going for the fake, staying at home and making the play. It's 3rd down and a dozen.
We'll expect the Tigers to go to the air here after a couple plays sucking them in the middle. We'll see if they do stay home and maybe leave some of those Tiger receivers open.
8 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. Tied at 6. Laughlin dropping back, getting flush from the pocket. He'll roll right, wants to throw, does. Penalty flag flies. Pass going to be picked off across the way. Staying inbounds and making the play is Trevor Dameron. Let's see what the penalty flag is here on the near side. Ineligible receiver downfield. Obviously, Merritt will decline that, and they'll get the football 1st and 10 at their own, looks like 43-yard line.
And Laughlin very much so under pressure on that play, as really had a defender unimpeded his way all the way, chasing him down the sideline.
Well, he did chase from behind, you're right, and that ball sailed on him when he let go of it, and it went over the head of the intended receiver. And they said Dameron actually stepped out of bounds at the 40, so it'll be 1st and 10 from there for Merritt. And they've run, one offensive play for 70 yards and a touchdown. How you like those numbers?
That's good numbers.
Now they'll go with a power set here on 1st and 10 and hand it on the jet sweep here on the near side. Trying to turn a corner is Dameron, and Dameron across the 45 out to the 47, 48, and even the 49-yard line. And making the stop for Mangum downfield was Dalen Stacy, but boy, I tell you what, that's a gain of 9 on 1st down, 2nd and 1.
And Dameron, that's a strong-looking run as he's catching that pitch from the jet sweep deep in their backfield, but he's full blast by the time he gets to the line of scrimmage. If you don't get hands on him, it's going to be tough to stop him.
7:20 left here in the first quarter of play. We are tied at 6. So again, they'll go with the power set look. 2nd and 1, go back to Dameron. No, they'll fake it and give it to the fullback. And look at him just simply bowl down the middle of the field inside the 45, down to the 44-yard line. It's Dallin Smith on the carry. I tell you what, Smith is an absolute load. And you talk about a guy that runs north and south. This is a north and south field. There was no east and west, no patter in that run. That was power all the way, 1st down.
And you mentioned at the start of this series, those are some efficient numbers, Michael. Let's see if these Tigers can dig in and slow down that run.
So Smith with the power look, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff to him. Going to go with a jet sweep to Carson Rutherford, and Rutherford cuts it back inside. He'll take it down to the 40. That's a 4-yard gain, but a penalty flag will fly, and we may get a knock in the back out here on the edge. Looked like one of the, it's actually going to be a hold, but same difference. Out here on the edge, there was a Mangum defender ready to make a play, and they basically got tackled. So the hold will negate the run and take it back 10 from the point of infraction, which is the 45. So they mark it back to the 45-yard line of Merritt. It'll be a first down and 20 from there.
Well, as my dad used to say, Michael, it's pretty easy to spot a play like that, block in the back or a hold.
Yeah.
Whenever the defender's arms go up in the air, that generally they don't usually do that unless they have a little help.
Tyson Rose split out here on the near side on first and 20. And that same power set look now for Merritt. Rolling here on the near side, wanting to throw the football is Puckett. He does. Catch is made by the fullback Dalen Smith. Boy, he is popped right away by Brett Perry. And a gain of 4 on the play. Takes it to the 49. It'll be second down from there. Second down, we'll call it 16 for Merritt. As the clock runs with 6:10 left here in quarter number 1, and we are tied at 6 apiece.
How do you like the pink tinnies on all those Mangum Tigers? Not all of them, quite a few of them. Looks like they're.
I want to know where
sporting it.
I want to know where they got them because I want to buy some. That's the thing that didn't fit with my outfit. I've got on my Nikes, but they're a lime green Nike and not a pink Nike. Bernard Bailey does a great job of stretching that one out and makes the tackle in the open field. Carson Rutherford tried to turn the corner, but Bailey shed his block and made the tackle back at the 46-yard line. That's up to a third down and long for Merritt with 5:35 left here in quarter number 1. Good job by Bailey that time.
Absolutely. Great job of Bailey to pursue and finish off that tackle. We'll see what the Oilers have up their sleeve on 3rd and long from midfield.
And they get the ball at their own 46. The line to make for a first down is the Mangum 34.5. They've kept pretty much everything on the ground. One pass play that didn't go for hardly any yardage at all. So 3rd down and long. They want to throw the football with time. Puckett, he's got a man open, but the pass is too tall. It was intended for Trevor Dameron. Two-man coverage back there. Jalen Rose on the inside and Colton Laughlin coming over the top. You like that bracket defense there. Would have taken a perfect pass. It goes incomplete. So with 5:03 left in the first, Merritt will punt the football for the first time tonight.
And good job of coverage there, as you mentioned, by Warner. Warner and whoever the second one was. I missed the second.
Laughlin.
Warner and Laughlin.
If it had been another Warner, it could have been the Warner brothers. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Tip your waiters and waitresses, and hey, try the veal. So 4th down and long, and it appears that Dameron will punt the football away. Kick, line, drive, nobody back. Well, way back to receive here on the near side was Mangum. They were completely out of the frame as the ball was kicked on the other hash mark away from them. It's going to be touchdown deep inside Mangum territory. They'll say the ball comes to rest at the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 4:53 left in the first period of play and tied at 6. So, in the part of the field where it is not chewed up as bad as like here in the middle of the field, and you say, well, how come it looks like that? Well, because that's where a lot of the action has been taking place. Light rain now beginning to fall. 1st and 10 for Mangum. Perry in motion. They'll fake the toss to him. Here comes Laughlin. 25 jukes and makes his way out to the 26-yard line. Nice move by Colton Laughlin. Laughlin picks up nearly 10 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 1. The line of scrimmage, I had it at the 19, but it was actually the 16-yard line.
The
wow.
16. They had it way back there. Fortuitous roll on that punt.
So a 2nd and short. They'll hand the ball off to Sean-Claude Booth. Couple of stiff arms. Gets the first down and more. Out to the 35-yard line, and then he slips when he gets to the sidelines. And we talked about that in the pregame show, how absolutely muddy it is on the sidelines and no footing there. We saw it with Sean-Claude.
Absolutely. The first step out of bounds, once he gets there, he just goes straight down because there's no traction whatsoever.
Well, Rod Stewart once said the first cut is the deepest. Maybe the first step is the deepest in that mud here on the near side. Clock stop, 4:21 left of the first. Mangum and Merritt tied at 6. Here comes Perry. Big hole, center of the field. Brett out to the 39-yard line. Positive yardage for Perry as he'll pick up 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. In on the stop was Rowdy Pruitt. That's a great name, huh? You got to play football if your name is Rowdy. You can't play, I mean, you can play other sports, but you better be playing football. Also in on the stop, Weston Fish. It'll be 2nd down now and about 6. They'll go back to the ground. This is Booth, and Sean-Claude hammered as he tried to get wound up at the 40-yard line. Boy, flattening out and coming down the line and making a big hit on Booth was Adam Gibbons. And you don't very often see Sean-Claude Booth knocked off his feet with the initial hit you did right there.
Absolutely. Gibbons is a pretty good match for Sean-Claude. Those boys looks like they're going to be going at it all night tonight.
3:30 and running in the first quarter of play, tied at 6. Mangum, third down. We'll call it 5 here. Ball sitting just outside the 40, the line to make the 45. Laughlin on the toss. The fake toss, going to keep it himself and pick up the first down across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. Colton Laughlin, hard running there for Laughlin, and we talk about his arm, but he's got good feet as well.
Yeah, great piece of running there. He definitely is an elusive runner whenever he gets an opportunity. Made a few extra yards there with a good move.
Well, and Perry's such a good runner, they faked that toss to him, and all eyes are on Perry. Now the naked bootleg on the near side coming to Laughlin. Colton inside Merritt territory as he crosses the midfield stripe, gets the 49-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds with 3:04 left in the first quarter of play. And it'll be a second down now for Mangum. Second down, we'll call it 7.
Glad you mentioned Rod Stewart back there. My generation thinks that Sheryl Crow wrote that song, Michael, so thank you for setting them straight.
Well, and I'll bring you up to date even more how old that song is after this second down and 7 play. Ball goes through the hands of Laughlin. Colton gets it back. Now under pressure, breaking tackles, left, right, back to the line of scrimmage, and then he'll get belted right there at the 50-yard line, fall forward to about the 48. Coming up to make the play from his linebacker position was Weston Fish, so it's third down and about 7.5. That song originally done by Cat Stevens.
That was a Cat Stevens, okay. Well,
Cat Stevens did it, and then it was Rod Stewart and then Sheryl Crow. By the way, Rod Stewart was in Kansas City earlier this week and then Oklahoma City, I think, last night. He's just 70-some-odd years old and still rocking it like nobody's business. Third down along 5. Laughlin from the shotgun wants to throw. Has time. Pass is intended for Lopez. And Henry with the catch of the first down. All the way down to the 22-yard line. Great concentration by Lopez as that ball hung in the air for a long time.
And you got to know Lopez has been working on that. I had a few drops in the past, but that was a great piece of work there by Lopez to watch the ball all the way in, get the catch, and absorb the hit. Great play.
And he's also looking up into a mist that is falling here. So first and 10 for the Tigers. They've got it at the 23-yard line of Merritt, tied at 6. Waning seconds of period number 1. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Perry with the delay draw, tries to turn the corner, breaks a tackle, and he's shoved out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Boy, Brett Perry, we talked about him running angry last week. He has picked up where he left off in week number 7.
Don't poke the bear, as they say. He is running with a purpose.
Said Brett stepped out at the 17, so that'll bring up a second down and about 5 now for the Tigers. Shotgun formation for Laughlin. Nobody in the backfield with him. Colton looking near side, slip screen, caught by Dickey. Trey tries to break a tackle, loses the football, got it back, and then loses big yardage all the way back to the 22-yard line. Well, I thought Dickey was going to lose that. Somehow kept hold of the football, but lost yardage. Sets up a third down and about 6.
Well, sometimes, Michael, you roll the dice on that slip screen, and sometimes it pays off, and sometimes you lose big. That was a case of losing big.
So with 1:25 left here in quarter number 1, Mangum facing a third down and 6. I would think with the conditions the way they are, this is 4-down territory. Let's see what Mangum does here. Pistol formation. Laughlin going to send Booth in motion. Colton wants to throw. Has time, throws, middle of the field, pass caught by Perry. He's got the 10, the 5, makes a move, and dances into the end zone, but I think this one is going to come back. I think Mangum is going to be called for an ineligible receiver downfield, and that will be the call.
Ineligible receiver. Sometimes that was kind of a slow developing play. It's hard to hold that block for long enough till you break and go downfield, and it's exactly what happened there.
Well, those linemen are taught to tick, 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 count to like 3 in their head and then take off for blocks. And as you said, that play took a lot longer to develop than that because give credit to Merritt. They smelled out the screenplay and took it away. So they'll mark off the yardage and take the football back to the 23. And that'll set up a third down now. Third down, and we'll call it 11 with 1:03 left in period number 1. Tied at 6. Again, I still think you're in 4-down territory. Empty backfield now with Laughlin. Warner going to go from the near side to the far side. Single wide receiver, and then it's Dickey here on the bottom of the screen. Plenty of time for Laughlin from the shotgun. Throws, middle of the field. Got a man. Passes. Caught for the touchdown by Henry Lopez. Oh, what a pretty pass that was. And a great job by Lopez to make the catch to the back of the end zone.
Great job of both Laughlin and Lopez, the L brothers. Count those two together for 100, Michael. 50 plus 50 in your Roman numerals. There we go.
Getting on the L train there. The touchdown pass and catch goes from Laughlin to Lopez. Made two nice catches during that drive. And with 43.7 left in quarter number one, it is a 12-6 ball game. And because of special teams, Mangum uses their second timeout of the first half of play. We're back for the two-point conversion after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Well, when you listen to Michael in the morning, Classic Hits 97.7, 6 to 9 on your FM dial, you might hear a song by Dave Stewart and Annie Lennox, the Eurythmics, and Here Comes the Rain Again, and it's here.
It has definitely arrived, and it looks like it's going to get stronger before it lets up.
Well, we're able to look across the way and see it in the lights and notice that people were scrambling for cover, and certainly it is beginning to intensify. It's also dropping the temperature a little bit, too. So, two-point conversion now with 43.7 left in the quarter, and they throw it, and the pass is caught by Trey Dickey, and the two-point conversion is good. So, with 43.7 left in the first quarter of play, Mangum leads it 14-6 over Merritt. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from. But choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Paul Simon of the group Simon and Garfunkel this past week turned 72 years of age. Paul Simon once sang about slip sliding away, and I'm telling you, before all is said and done tonight, the condition of the field and the condition of the football will come into play here.
I think you're absolutely right. It started that way without any moisture falling, and it is definitely falling, and it's going to continue the rest of the night.
You checked your radar a moment ago, and you said that beginning to intensify, get a little bit heavier?
Definitely. In the next, I'd say, 10 to 15 minutes, it's going to get heavier.
All right, so here we go. It'll be the kickoff now for Jalen Warner. I just noticed that they've got a pop-up tent across the way from Merritt. They came prepared. High end-over-end kick, and it will be fielded at the 25. Or to the 20-25. Here comes the up back to the 30, gets a block. 35-yard line, look out, has the 40, 45, and finally ridden out of bounds right there. A nice return that time by Zach Carr, and Carr has done well both times he's returned kickoffs here tonight.
Strong yards indeed, Michael, and special teams it's a little more difficult on a night like tonight. You mentioned going into the break that been two different timeouts burned on special teams. And you got to think that it takes a little extra concentration to play on a night like tonight.
Well, Merritt with a short field now. They've got it at their own 45-yard line. Down 14-6, 34.6 left in quarter number one. Shotgun formation. They'll hand it off to the tailback. That is Trevor Dameron. Dameron run out of bounds. Did he make the 50-yard line? No, he stepped out at the 47, they said. Dalen Stacy across the way to make the play for the Tigers. Got help from Big O J.J. Skinner. And it'll be a second down now. Second down in about 8. Clock running. He didn't get out of bounds, so the clock's still running. And that may be the final play of quarter number one. And I believe that will be the call. So the first period going to be in the books. Mangum on top of Merritt, 14-6. Quarter number 2 is coming up from the Liberty Bowl. Stick and stay on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night. Or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
The date for the big fall special sale at the Hobart Stockyards is set for Saturday, November 17th. You need wheat pasture calves or you want to sell some, call Rex. We're going to have lots of great consignments. Want to consign or ask questions? Rex's number 580-331-8547, 331-8547. Again, that big special sale, Saturday, November 17th. We'll serve lunch, so write that date down. Saturday, November 17th, Hobart Stockyards, where, like Rex always says, we want your business and we sure appreciate your business.
Well, Mangum a couple of touchdowns on the night, and Justin, and I tell you what, you look at the ball game, and it's run, and then suddenly when it's time to score, they go over the top and get a little pitch and catch going on.
They've had a couple plays, as you said, both of the Tigers connecting in the end zone, one to Perry and one to Lopez, I believe, right? And
yes.
And it looks like Laughlin is delivering some strikes, and the boys are able to watch the ball all the way in, catch them, get some points on the board. That's what we like to see.
All right, so they flip into the field now, and Merritt will go to the left end of your listening/viewing device here in the second quarter of play, trailing 14-6. Good to have you alongside Classic Hits 97.7 on our Facebook page. That's Classic Hits 97.7 and on oksports.tv. So here we go. Second down and about 7 and some misdirection. Mangum not making tackles and across the 50 and into Tiger territory will go Dallin Smith. Smith running hard, big kid, and, not easy running in that slick, muddy part of the field, but Smith takes it across the 50 down to the 49. It'll be third down there. Third and about 4 now for Merritt.
Now you mentioned Smith put a couple footsteps right in the middle of the Mangum M. That's probably the soupiest part of the whole field, I would say.
So third down now. Third down, we'll call it a short 4 as they'll go back to the run. It's Dameron trying to turn the corner. Has the 50. Still on his feet to the 46-yard line. Nice open field tackle there by Dalen Stacy. And he's going to be shy of a first down, I think, by about a yard. We'll see the mark. And by the way, the Lord said, let there be light. And then there was Katie Carney. Thank you, sweetheart. We appreciate it. All right. Do we have to return the light bulb to you? Oh, Katie, she cracks me up, boy. You talk, and I know now where her kids get the personality. Richard is dry. I've known him forever. He is funny, but he is dry. The bubbly one in that family has got to be Katie, and the girls all follow her suit. Fourth down at about a half yard. Let's see what Merritt does here. They're going to go with the run. No, it's the fullback right up the middle of the field, and I don't think he got it.
I'm with you. I don't think he's there.
They handed it off to Dallin Smith, and hitting him right away was Dalen Stacy. And where they're marking that football, that is not a first down. Mangum going to get it back on downs. Yeah.
Great job.
By the interior there. And when you look at a guy as big as Dalen Smith is, you think that he is going to get the football, and the guys on the interior of the line thought so as well. J.J. Skinner was there. Skinner also getting help on the play from Payson Jenkins. So good job on the defensive stop there by Mangum. They'll get it with 10:37 left in the first half of play, leading 14-6. And Colton now going to go pistol formation. First and 10. Fakes the toss sweep. Going to keep it himself. Has the 50. Inside the 45. Spins at the 40. Runs over a tackler at the 38. And picks up the first down. That run had a little bit of everything. Some razzle, a dazzle, a twist, and then a at the end.
I tell you what, Laughlin, he's exciting when he's running the football, Michael. That's a great weapon to have, especially on a wet night like tonight.
So first and 10 all the way down now to the Oiler 37. Pistol formation. The back is Booth. They'll hand it off to Sean Claude. He'll cut it back on the near side. Has the 30 down to the 27-yard line. And Booth near a first down. Sean Claude Booth running hard. Jalen Warner says it's a first down. Let's see if they move the sticks. Nope. It'll be second down and a yard.
And Tigers look like they're running downhill so far really all night tonight, Michael. They're doing a great job of keeping their heads up and just running south in this half or this quarter of play.
Hallie Carney giving a look up here with my pink outfit, and I don't know that she approves. Mangum going to ask for the measurement right now. I was about ready to say college football coming up tomorrow, but that is not the case. College football coming up on Saturday. The Oklahoma Sooners, after the week off, after firing Mike Stoops, will be down at Fort Worth to take on the Horned Frogs of Texas Christian. That ball game kicks off at 11 o'clock. Our coverage on the Fox Radio Network, and it is the first down. Good job measuring for that first down. On the Fox Radio Network, KTJS 1420 there in Hobart. We'll get underway at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, but it's a big game for the Sooners against the Horned Frogs of TCU and Gary Patterson. So 1st and 10. Mangum goes to work. Had the football at about we'll call it the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, here comes Laughlin. Hands it off to Booth. Sean Claude gets a block to the outside, has the 25-20 at the 15-yard line to the 10. Sean Claude dives to the corner of the end zone. He will step out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. So Booth got inside the pylon, but he stepped on the line, on the white line, getting there with 9:39 left in the half.
I was about as excited as you. I thought he made it in the end zone, but on that far side, just must have had a shoelace out of bounds. It's a great effort by that young man.
And we love the way that Sean Claude runs all the time, but this is a perfect game for him. I mean, this mud and muck and everything else, he get himself on track, and he's impressive. So it'll be 1st and goal now for the Tigers, trying to pick up their 3rd touchdown of the night. The quarterback sneak to Colton Laughlin, and we don't have a signal yet. Touchdown, there it is. Laughlin with the score from 3 yards away. And with 9:34 left in the first half of play, Mangum has increased the lead. 20 on the board for the Tigers. The Oilers have 6. And here comes the 2-point conversion attempt for Mangum. Well, Mangum tried to kick the first extra point. It was unsuccessful. Got the 2-point conversion to Trey Dickey. Let's see what they do here on the 2-point try. Laughlin going to keep it. Late pitch. Perry. Brett at the 5, dives to the end zone, and he does not make it. So Perry got into the end zone, but they said his knee touched down before he got there. So 9:34 left in the first half of play. Mangum up by a couple of scores. 20 on the board for the Tigers. It's 6 for Merritt, and we're back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Louis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
Well, we're grateful for the light bulb from Katie Carney. Now, earlier in the season, when it was warmer and bugs were more active, we may not have appreciated that so much. I mentioned bugs. You'll remember our car ride home to Altus last Friday night after the ball game.
Absolutely. How could I forget?
And the crickets chirping?
The whole trip, yeah.
We thought that the crickets were inside the equipment bags.
Where did they happen to be?
They were inside my hoodie.
I
get out of the truck at home, and I'm walking to the front door. Deanne was gone to a haunted house with Bailey Ann, and so I go in to get the dog, and the dog is going just absolute bonkers, and I'm thinking, I still hear those crickets. What is the deal? So I take off my hoodie, and 2 crickets pop out. Wheezy enjoyed chasing after the crickets, and I was just glad to be rid of the noise.
Good job, Wheezy, on doing your duty, taking care of Daddy.
It was unbelievable. I mean, Jesse and I, it was hard enough for us to have a conversation on the way home because the crickets were so loud. And again, we thought that they were in the equipment bag. No, they were in Michael's hoodie. Thank you. All right, here we go. Mangum set to kick the football away. Now they're leading 20-6 with 9:34 left in the first half of play. Rose high end over end kick going to be fielded in the middle of the field on one hop by the upback. That is Carson Rutherford. Rutherford to the 20 and maybe the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Good tackle in the open field by Mangum's Cade Hernandez. So the Tigers on top, 20-6, 9:28 left in the first half of play.
And for the first time tonight, the Tigers are going to work on defense deep into Oiler territory. You got to like that, going to work with so much field behind you.
Yeah, worst field position of the night. You're exactly right about that. And we may get some moths in here before all is said and done, but they're not nearly as noisy as crickets.
We'll see if that's a heat lamp before long.
So 1st and 10 for the Oilers. They trail now 20-6, 9:28 left in the first half of play. Power set look for them. Hagan Justice Going to hand it off here on the near side, trying to turn the corner as Rutherford. He'll cut it back inside at the 20, make the 21, but that's it. Boy, great pursuit by Mangum down the line. Caleb Adamy in on the stop for the Tigers. First time we have mentioned him here tonight. J.T. Schrum there as well, Sean-Claude Booth, and just about everybody else in the black hat in on the stop. A loss actually of about a half yard, 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, great pursuit by the whole team there by the Tigers. Stretching that play out and, as you said, getting them for a loss.
8:55 and running in the first half of play. Mangum on top 20-6. 2nd down and 11 for Merritt. We have not gone to the air many times here tonight, but going to go shotgun with a pistol look here. Their quarterback, Braden Puckett. Inside handoff and out to the 23-yard line and no more. We'll go the tailback. And again, just all kinds of black shirts getting off that pile. Bernard Bailey leading the way for Mangum. Also in on the stop for the Tigers, Caleb Adamy. And Adamy doing a nice job out there and got some help as well from J.T. Schrum. So it'll be 3rd down and about 9 now for the Oilers. 8-10 and running in the first half of play. Mangum leading 20-6. Well, they'll go underneath center. I thought maybe Hagan Justice would go shotgun, but he is underneath center on 3rd down and 9. Justice going to roll out to the right side. Fires, pass is in and out of the hands of the big tight end. Boy, I tell you what, Stephen Beecham had it for a moment, couldn't hold on. As the defender flashed by at the last minute, there was Brett Perry getting a piece of that football. And with 7:54 left in the first half of play, Merritt going to have to punt the football away deep in their own territory.
Great work by the Tiger defense that whole series. Just really not giving much at all in the run game for the Oilers. Forced them to go to the sky and didn't quite work out for them on 3rd and long.
So 4th down, and I thought for a minute they're going to try to run that football, but now they get into punt formation. Brett Perry here on the near side and Trey Dickey up top on the return. Boy, I tell you what, taking a long time to get that football away will be Trevor Dameron. And Dameron nearly got it blocked, and then he's not going to get a whole lot of distance. So that one sailed out of bounds. Let's see where the officials mark it out of bounds. And they'll call it at the 45-yard line of Merritt. So great field position for the Tigers. You mentioned the poor field position for the Oilers when they began their drive. This is the best field position of the night for Mangum.
Let's see if the Tigers can take advantage of this, maybe run a little clock and get another score on the board before the half.
7:49 left in the first half of play. Mangum leading 20-6. Mangum from the shotgun. They'll hand it off to Perry. Brett gets a block, has the 40, 35, runs over a man at the 30, and then loses the football, and it's going to be recovered by Merritt. Oh, my. Austin Courtney coming up with a loose football, I believe, for this group from Merritt. It will be Merritt football, and first turnover tonight against Mangum, and boy, that's one of those hustle turnovers, Justin.
That's absolutely hustle turnovers. As you mentioned, Courtney was right there. Johnny on the spot as the ball hit the turf, and he just hopped on it real quick. And unfortunately, a great effort by Perry, all for naught, as the Oilers get the ball from about where they just punted it from.
Well, the rain gods are not listening to your forecast because the rain has stopped right now. And
that qualifies me to be a meteorologist, doesn't it, Michael?
I was just getting ready to say, you might go to the Gary England School of Weathercasting. 1st and 10 now. Oilers with the football. Dameron with the carry. Has the 25-30. Makes a move to the 35, and then getting on board for a ride is Brett Perry, as he will saddle up and knock Dameron out of bounds at the 37, but that'll be a first down. 1st and 10 now for the Merritt Oilers with 7:33 left in the first half of play. So the biggest run of the night there for Merritt, and it gets them decent field position now. 1st and 10 at the 37 of Mangum, or of Merritt. 7:33 left in the first half of play, 20-6, and you're looking at radar.
Looking at radar. It's still there, Michael. It's just not on us.
Poised, as they say.
Poised.
So 1st and 10 from the shotgun will go Merritt. A little inside handoff across the 45 to the 47 and 48-yard line will be the scat back, and that is Zach Carr. We have seen Carr get it done on kick returns, and good carry there for the freshman, Zach Carr, as he'll pick up another first down for Merritt. Ball all the way out now to the 48-yard line of the Oilers. 7:20 left here this first half of play.
And good job there by Leighton Ketchum to wrap him up right there at the 50 or at the 49. Sorry, 47. Otherwise, that would have been for a lot more yards. Great job, Leighton Ketchum.
You're right. He did make a nice open field tackle. Now they'll go to the big man now. Look out, rumbling across the 50, down to the 45-yard line. Dallin Smith, boy, that is a load of a young man right there. Colton Laughlin going to stick his nose in there and make the tackle, but a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2. And Dallin Smith, boy, when he gets wound up, look out. You talk about a guy running downhill and behind his pads. Woo! So Merritt trying to answer now. He had been sluggish since that 70-yard touchdown run to begin the ball game offensively. Trailing here 20-6. That was the score of last year's ball game. Smith now getting victimized by that field right there. Dallin coming to the near side, tried to stop and pivot and go the other way. Leg fell out from underneath him, and he maybe ekes out a half yard. It'll be 3rd down and about 2.5. Ball just inside the 45-yard line. The official going to bring the ball here to the near side. It's kind of like when you're playing golf and you've got a bad spot on the green. You don't move it any closer to the hole, but you do get a better spot on the green. They get a better spot on the field. 3rd down, quick count, and here comes Dameron trying to turn the corner. Dalen Stacy getting on board and knocks him down after about a yard gain. I love the play of Dalen Stacy. Well, they're playing hard out on the edge. They'll give Dameron the 1st down. I thought Stacy tackled him behind the yard markers, but they gave him the dive in the 1st down. Wow.
Doesn't take anything away from Stacy's effort.
No.
Stringing that play out, did a great job. Unfortunate on the spot. I'm a little bit surprised as you are.
That's one of those that they'd throw out the red flag there on the coaching staff for Mangum and get a challenge on that thing. That spot was fortuitous for this group from Merritt. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Oilers. 5:45 and running the first half of play. Go from the shotgun formation. Inside handoff, Smith. He'll cut it back up inside the numbers and get inside the 40 down to the 38, but a penalty flag will fly, and we're going to get a holding call or a push in the back called against Merritt. So their drive takes a shot on the chin right there. That flag setting at about the 44, so this will take it back into Oiler territory with 5:38 left in the first half of play. And Mangum on top, 20-6.
That might be a little case of easy come, easy go on those yards, Michael.
Easy come, easy go. I know that was a song. I'm just trying to think. My goal, by the way, is to get to 1,000 songs on my iTunes.
1,000.
I think I'm at 9, close to 60 now.
That is far beyond anything I have achieved.
Well, it doesn't say much about me, does it? So it'll be 1st down and about 24 now for Merritt. They want to throw the football. Pass caught here on the near side. And a good open field tackle by Colton Laughlin as Brady Dameron made the catch, or Trevor Dameron made the catch but got hit almost immediately. Dameron did take it out to the 48.5, sets up a 2nd down, still long. Second, we'll call it about 15 with 4:55 left in the first half of play. That's more than 15, Michael. About 2nd and 23. So the ball setting at the, we'll call it the 48-yard line. The line to make for a 1st down, the 32.5 of Mangum. Underneath center this time, we'll go Justice. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, now gets pressure. Pump fake, and he'll get sacked all the way back at the 39-yard line. Great pressure up front by Mangum as they've got 4 black shirts in the area. Leading the way was J.T. Schrum, also there J.J. Skinner. And it looked like coming in to make the play, Sawyer Webb as well. So a great job that time by Mangum. Bernard Bailey in the neighborhood too.
And I love seeing it. Warner trying to get this Mangum crowd pumped up. I think they're all hunkered down for the weather. And he's like, boy, we just made a couple big plays. Let's get excited.
Well, the line of make for the 1st down is the 33 of Mangum. The line of scrimmage is the 40 of Merritt. They were in the middle of a great drive, and then the penalty really took a toll on them. Dameron wants to run to the edge, has the 45, gets a block at the 50, at the 45, breaks a tackle, 40, 35, down the far sideline. Dameron headed to the end zone, giving chase Laughlin. He won't catch him, and a touchdown of 60 yards going to be recorded here. I don't see any penalty flags, do you?
I see no laundry, Michael.
Yeah, there is a penalty flag out there. Last week they were pink, this week they are yellow, and I'm trying to find it and find out what the call is going to be. I believe they are going to make the call something against Mangum because they're talking to Merritt.
It might be after the score.
Could be. Got a face mask going to be called against Mangum. Touchdown is good. So with 3:38 left in the first half of play, Merritt has got another long touchdown run in the books. They've scored twice, once on a 70-yard run, this time on a 60-yard jaunt.
And they're scary when they get outside the tackles, Michael, and are at full speed. They've shown it is with two different touchdown runs, as you mentioned.
3:38 left in the first half of play, and Merritt will go for two, down by 8, 20-12. Yeah, Dameron turning the corner, and Trevor just simply outrunning. It looked like Colton Laughlin had a pretty good angle at him, but Dameron just simply outran him to the end zone. So they go with a spread look here. Hagan Justice. Couple of backs, one on each side. Justice to Dameron. Cuts it back to the inside. Fighting for the end zone. Did he get there? He did. And the two-point conversion is good. So with 3:38 left in the first half of play, Merritt has cut it to a 6-point bowl game. 20 on the board for Mangum, 14 for the Oilers. And you and I are back at the Liberty Bowl after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offers government-sponsored apartments for persons 62 and older and people with Social Security. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi, and cable is just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brandy at 782-2452 for more information. 782-2452. The Mangum Golden Age Apartments.
Back at the Liberty Bowl as Merritt set to kick the football away. They trail now 20-14 with 3:38 left here in the first half of play. Coming up, the Bratton Drug halftime show. We invite you to stick and stay for that. I'm checking Facebook, and when you share a Facebook page with your wife, you are subject to what she decides to do. And I posted a picture saying that we were at the Liberty Bowl. She edited that, put a picture in there of me in my all pink, and now I am hearing it from my Facebook friends. They won't be friends much longer. Short kick fielded by Booth at the 28. He's got the 30, 35, 40. And knocked down there, Sean-Claude Booth powering his way downfield. 1st and 10 for the Tigers with 3:32 left in the first half of play.
And Sean-Claude taking the hypotenuse route there, Michael. That's straight towards the end zone. It's the best way to pick up quick yards, especially when you're a young man as big as he is.
Hypotenuse. That sounds like somebody who's a teaching professional.
So every opportunity you can get.
Well, yeah. 1st and 10 now. 3:32 left in the first half of play. Mangum going to go with the pistol formation. Laughlin hands it off to Perry. Brett gets a block at the 40 and hit at the 41. Wow. What a tackle there out on the edge by Carson Rutherford. Rutherford shielded off the blocker and then made the tackle. And again, Brett Perry, kind of like Sean-Claude Booth, we talked about it earlier. Normally it's not one guy that can take them down, but Rutherford did just that. 2nd down and 9. 2nd and 9, and Mangum will go pistol. Perry, the back behind Laughlin. 3 minutes left here in the first half of play. Colton wants to throw. Has time now, flush from the pocket. Fires here on the near side. And a one-hopper to Sean-Claude Booth is incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Booth, looked like the catcher that he is on the baseball team, threw his body out in front of that one. It'll be 3rd and long for the Tigers. By the way, the American League National League Championship Series, 3-1 lead. Boston over the defending champion Houston. Hello, Astros. And it's a 3-2 lead for L.A. over Milwaukee. TV execs are hoping beyond hope at Fox that it'll be L.A. and Boston in the World Series. So 3rd down and 9 here. Empty backfield for Laughlin. 2:54 left in the first half of play. Now Warner going to go in motion, and we're going to get movement by Mangum. The call going to go against the Tigers, although Mangum pointing at the Merritt defenders, saying that they coaxed us into that, but the guys in the striped shirt's not going to go along with it. So illegal procedure going to be called against Mangum, and with that, look at the rain now beginning to fall.
Hey, finally keeping me honest here, Michael.
Well, and look at the folks beginning to scramble. And I mean, you've been telling them it's going to happen, and I mean, it's almost as soon as they gave us that call that the rain just simply started with a vengeance. So it'll be third down now, third down and long. We'll call it 14 for the Tigers. Shotgun formation. Snap to Laughlin. Pump fake, wants to throw. Does. Off the back foot. Warner makes the catch for the first down and more. Inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line. I love the adjustment Jalen Warner made with the ball in flight.
Absolutely. Warner saw it, is on his back shoulder, is able to turn, hop in the air, and bring the ball down with him. Great effort by that young man.
We've got a penalty flag all the way back at the 40-yard line. And I believe this one is going to go again. Oh, my goodness. Ineligible receiver downfield called against Mangum.
And that's about the third time we've seen that tonight, Michael. You hate it whenever the race is such a big gain on third and long like that.
And you're right. It is the third time of the night. The other two times were on screen plays. You kind of get that. This one was on a deep ball down the middle of the field, and just an unfortunate situation there. So the Markoff will wipe out a great catch and a first down for the Tigers, and it'll move the ball back now from they'll mark it off, it looks like, from about the 36-yard line. Meantime, I was watching a conversation Adam Gibbons was having with the White Hat. And when the conversation began and I saw the penalty flag, I thought maybe Adam was involved in it, but I'm not sure what's going on there. But we'll have to watch that one develop. Gibbons here on the near side. For those of you watching on oksports.tv or on our Facebook live page, he's number 51 on the near side. So watch that one at home, if you will. All right, here we go now. It'll bring up a third down and forever. Line to make the 49.5. Line of scrimmage is the 30. And a little screen pass out on the near side, caught by Dickey, and Trey will make the catch and pick up a few yards out to about the 34, but it's still going to be fourth down and 16. 2:30 in the clock running the first half of play, and I got to be honest with you, I'm surprised Merritt is not taking a time out here.
I'm with you. I was thinking they were going to try to save some clock. And I was wondering if the Tigers were going to try to burn a little on a run play, but screen passes, 6 to 1 half dozen the other.
The long handoff, if you will. Now we've got a different punter in there. Bernard Bailey going to punt the football away. Jalen Warner had been doing it. By the way, the rain is settled back down again. High snap. Bailey over his head. Bernard got to go get it and pick it up. Now he's going to run the football. 29-yard line. Knocked down there. And, boy, just like that, Merritt going to get great field position. Guess what? In the waning moments of the first half of play.
Michael, it looks like last week.
Goodness me. Wow. Well, you've got a different punter back there, and maybe because they're not quite as tall, maybe they're a yard closer to you as the center, but the ball goes over the head of Bailey. Bernard just pick it up and run for as much as he can get, and didn't get a whole lot.
Well, that deep snap, Michael, is such a fragile thing.
All right, 1st and 10 now for Merritt. They'll go to Dameron, who tries to turn the corner. Dalen Stacy there to make the play. All the way back at the 31-yard line. A loss of 2. Stacy stretching that thing out and making the play in the open field.
And Stacy done that same play several times tonight, stringing it out. That's a way to put an end to a little bit of that momentum shift that the Oilers just had.
They marked Dameron down at the 30-yard line, so just a loss of 1 on the play, but it's still 2nd down and 11. And again, Merritt, I believe, has all 3 timeouts remaining. Remember, Mangum's used 2 here in the first half. 2nd down, toss sweep, and they'll go to Dallin Smith. Cuts it back inside, look out. Smith rumbling all the way down to the 23-yard line. But we're going to get a block in the back or hold all the way back here at the 33 with 1:15 left in the first half. So that will stop play momentarily. But again, a penalty will be the bugaboo for Merritt. Remember, they've had more than one drive here this evening that has been stymied because of penalties. So they call it holding here. As the hold takes place at about the 33, they'll mark it off 10 and take it all the way back to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down from there. The line to make for a first down at the 19. The line of scrimmage will be the 43.5.
And, boy, we're spotting the ball right in the middle of the mud pie, Michael.
You're not kidding. Oh, if you were a kid and Mom didn't care if you got muddy, that'd be the place to be right now. Inside handoff. Dallin Smith has the 40, steps over a couple of tacklers and takes it down to the 37-yard line. So he'll get some of that yardage back, but it's still going to be 3rd and long. And I believe Merritt now, for the first time tonight, going to use a timeout, and they do, with 1:02 left in the first half. 20-14. The Oilers trail Mangum, but they've got the football late in the first half on Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Courtsview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen when you're enjoying ball this fall, stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Courtsview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course, they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Courtsview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
3rd down and 20 now, and to the ground they will go. Dameron to the near side for Merritt. Shakes a tackle at the 40, goes to the 35, and is shoved out of bounds by Colton Laughlin. They'll mark him out at the 32-yard line. That'll stop play with 55 seconds left in the first half of play. Merritt facing a 4th down and 13. And all right, you be the coach here. You going to go for it if you're Barrett Richardson?
Absolutely. I just think a little inside handoff, see if you can make the first down. Worst case, if you don't, you turn it over on downs, and the clock is chewing away.
All right, 4th and 14. Mangum, 1 timeout remaining should they be able to hold on downs here. They lead by 6, 20-14. Brighton Drug halftime report coming up. We invite you to stick and stay for that here. It's 97.7 and on oksports.tv and on our Facebook Live page. 2 wide receivers here on the near side. Justice with time. Wants to throw. That's to the outside, and ball nearly picked off. Oh, he did pick it off. What a catch out there on the edge by Trey Dickey. Dickey looked like that ball came down on the ground and he trapped it, but the official was right there and immediately said, yeah, that's a catch. That's an interception. So Mangum will get it back with 48.2 left in the first half of play.
It's a
wow.
Great effort by Dickey, but that's one of those, if he drops that ball, Michael, they have better field position.
It is, but, when you're an athlete and your instincts take over, you don't think about stuff like that. Yeah. You just want to make the pick. So Mangum with 1 timeout left goes to work with 45 seconds left in the first half of play. Penalty flag flies here. Fastball fired across the middle by Colton Laughlin behind Brett Perry and in the neighborhood of Jalen Warner. Incomplete. Holding going to be called, I believe, against the Tigers. 40.9 left in this first half of play. Well, the rain is kind of taking on the similarities of what it's like in the morning when I'm trying to shower and Deanne turns on the faucet or flushes the toilet. And for a while it's hard, and then it slacks off, and then it comes back with a vengeance. And actually it was not holding. They called a chop block on Mangum. So, boy, look at that moth that is on your back. Gee, that thing needs landing lights on it. It's so big. I got rid of it, by the way.
Many thank yous.
So they'll mark it off now against the Tigers, and the illegal chop block, will set up a first down and long for Mangum. 40.9 left in the first half of play, up by 6. And I'm a little surprised that the Mangum Brain Trust does not just simply let the clock run out here in the first half of play. Laughlin, though, going to throw from the end zone. Colton throws to a spot and intended for Trayvon Dickey, and the ball going to be picked off by Smith. Dallin Smith down the near sideline. Breaking tackles, dives into the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. How about that?
Michael. That's one of those. You hate that. So late in the half. My goodness.
So the ball picked off by Smith. Smith does a great job, number 1, of making the catch. Number 2, staying in bounds. And number 3, matriculating about 30 yards down the field for the touchdown that, for the moment, ties the score at 20. Wow. Timeout going to be taken by Merritt. We will keep it right here, tied at 20 with 26.8 left in the first half of play. And the end of the half again for the second straight week is a bugaboo for these Mangum Tigers.
That's the best word for it, Michael. Bugaboo. I think Laughlin on that play thought he had enough on it to get out of bounds and just continue the play on, but just unfortunately fell just short inbounds into the wrong hands of the Merritt Oilers, and as you said, able to take it all the way to the end zone.
Well, he was throwing to a spot, and it was a great job by Smith to read that spot, and he went there and just simply took the ball away from Trey Dickey. And so I was talking about right before the play occurred. I don't know that I just don't take a knee and let the half come to a close with the lead, and now Mangum in danger of trailing going into the locker room at halftime. Wow. We talked about it at the top. The final 3 minutes of the first half last week against a winless Hinton team was disastrous. And the final 2:47 against Hinton in the ball game last week, disastrous. Here, the final minute has been disastrous. So going for 2 will be Merritt from the shotgun formation. They'll go to Dameron, and Dameron not going to make it into the end zone. And it's 20-20 with 26.8 left in the first half of play. And we're back to the soggy Liberty Bowl after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Well, one of my favorite television shows, Seinfeld, and there was a particular scene one time when George Costanza was singing along, having a song, and having a great time. And Mangum really doing that, dominating this football game for the first half of play. 26.8 left. It is now tied at 20, and as if to add insult to injury, it is raining harder now than it has all night long.
A whole bunch of Tiger tears falling right now, Michael, it looks like. And as we were waiting for the kickoff to line up here, I must say hi. I've got a couple special listeners out there on the airwaves. I've got Jack and Laney listening back with Mom, and got a couple guests in the house tonight also listening along. So good to know that y'all are listening, boys. Yeah,
good to have you alongside, and hope that you're enjoying it. And sometime we'll have to bring him out on a broadcast. Let him be a part of it.
That'd be great.
I think Jack probably is he could have a career talking. I don't think there's any question about that.
He's never short for words.
No, he is not. An articulate young man. Laney, on the other hand, is stoic, to say the least. Or at least around me she is. Adam Gibbons now to kick the football away. It'll squirt to the 41. Does it get out of bounds? No, but Mangum will fall on it. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 26.8 left in the first half of play. Boy, that rain really coming down now at the Liberty Bowl.
Looking at Mangum baseball coach Casey Crum out there, Michael, and kind of gave him a little jab when I saw him tonight. He was wearing the full poncho, and he looks pretty comfortable right now.
Well, he's got the poncho and the boots going on too. I mean, the feet are dry. If you can keep the feet dry, you're being successful. And it is not easy to keep anything dry right now. It is really raining hard here at the Liberty Bowl. So Mangum, they're going to go shotgun with one timeout remaining. Ball on the ground. Perry picks it up back at the 30-yard line. He'll turn the corner at the 40 and step out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. And again, one of my favorite songs from back in the 70s, it's on my iTunes account, Molly Hatchet, Flirting with Disaster. Wow.
That was flirting with disaster. But I can tell you what, Perry, once he was able to grab the ball, talk about a strong run, and we're able to get a few yards out of that broken play.
Yeah, Brett picked up 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4, and he got out of bounds, which preserves the only timeout remaining for Mangum. 20.6 left in the first half of play. Mangum and Merritt tied at 20. Here comes Perry on the near side. Brett trying to turn the corner. Does at the 45. He'll go to the 46, and that is it. This time they keep him in bounds. Boy, Perry took a big hit at the end of that run by Weston Fish.
He did. He would have been happy to get in the half before taking that one, that's for sure.
And the first half, like last week, it was 20-20 at the intermission, right?
20-20.
Well, guess what? It's 20-20 here at the intermission tonight. Mangum and Merritt tied at 20 as, a late interception at the end of the first half of play turned into a touchdown for Merritt, and we are tied at 20 as the teams head to the locker room. The Brenton Drug halftime report is coming up. We invite you to stick and stay on Classic Hits 97.7.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers. Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stonecutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum. 333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Well, our longtime friend Henry Lopez competing for $100 here tonight. He punted the football, then threw the football. Now he tries a field goal from, what's the mark there? The 9-yard line?
Call it the 8 from the announcer's desk.
Right. So he's trying an 18-yard field goal for $100. I'm going to give you $1. Says he falls. No, he stays upright, and the kick is no good. Wide left.
Wide.
And it's a microcosm of how tonight has been for the Mangum Tigers. Started off good, and they get a big pass over the top, touchdown catch from Brett Perry, to Brett Perry from Colton Laughlin, but then Merritt strikes in one play. They go 70 yards, Dameron down the near sideline. We're tied at 6. Then Mangum takes control of the ball game. They get another touchdown pass over the top. Henry Lopez Jr. makes the catch on a throw from Colton Laughlin. Then the Mangum gets a short field. Colton Laughlin, quarterback sneak. Mangum leads 20-6. You're thinking, okay. Well, and all of a sudden, a 60-yard run by Dameron to make it 20-14. And then late, with less than a minute left in the first half of play, Dalen Smith intercepting a pass here on the near side about the 30-yard line, weaves his way through traffic after staying in bounds. What a great job that was. And he scores a touchdown to tie the ball game.
And even a little bit, you wind up about a minute and a half, Michael, and a big momentum swing had to be whenever the fourth down punt play snapped over the head of, was that Bernard Bailey?
Yeah.
That was kicking.
Yep.
And definitely the Tigers just looked like that was a strike against them and just never really recovered, and glad to get in the halftime after that.
Well, it's a 20-all ball game. Mangum and Merritt here at the intermission as the rain falling hard. Our halftime brought to us by Bratton Drug. And, it's not a night, I guess, where the band is going to perform, and it will be something that we normally don't see. I believe it's going to be a rather truncated halftime. They put 15 minutes up on the board. I would imagine they'll let those 15 minutes evaporate, and then they'll come out and put another 3 up. So it would appear, for all intents and purposes, it will be an 18-minute halftime. And most recently, it's been 22, 23 minutes. So the rain affecting our halftime as well here at the Liberty Bowl.
Well, as the rain is coming down, Michael, I must say there are brighter skies coming our way this Saturday. You mentioned it before the game, the wonderful weather coming up Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead and put a plug in for the Southwest Oklahoma Relay for Life on Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock at the reservoir there in Altus at the park. It's going to be all-day events starting at 10 o'clock. There's going to be family fun, games, live music, food. There's going to be 3-legged races, all sorts of stuff. Looks like we're going to have a nice sunny day to do that. So I'd love to see you out there.
Nicest day that we've had in probably 10 days, and I'm going to be in the truck driving to Independence, Missouri. So I guess I didn't time that very well. By the way, we mentioned the band. They actually are loading up the Merritt kids on the bus because it is just simply too wet, too much of a muck and a mess out there for them to perform. Meantime, the breeze beginning to blow just a little bit. We hope that it doesn't blow too much into our broadcast booth, as we'll have to slide some things back to make sure that it doesn't get wet. Electricity, computers, those things don't jibe too well. And I'll tell you what, Justin, we will play a timeout and probably move our system just a little bit because I can see some sprinkles here on the ledge. At the half, we're tied at 20, Mangum and Merritt. Our halftime brought to us by Bratton Drug, and we'll return to the Liberty Bowl, soggy as it may be, after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
When it comes to getting your prescriptions filled quickly, just have your doctor send them to Bratton Drug in Mangum or Granite Drug in Granite, where competent and friendly pharmacists will quickly fill them correctly. Bratton Drug and Granite Drug are hometown, locally owned pharmacies, and they know you have a choice when it comes to a pharmacy, so they appreciate your business, and they're proud to serve you. That's Bratton Drug in Mangum and Granite Drug in Granite.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum. Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
Fresh floral arrangements created right here in Mangum are the hallmark of the owners Darlene Bach and Darla Haitley at Flowers Unlimited. Remember, fresh flowers are a very personal, special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say you shouldn't have, but she'll be delighted you did. Flowers Unlimited. Call the local number 580-782-2122 in Mangum. Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Well, it has suddenly become not only a rainy night, but a breezy night as well. You can hear that in our microphones. We're at the half, tied at 20 between Mangum and Merritt. Also tied at the half, 6 apiece. Sayre and Hinton, those two teams playing up at Hinton. And again, they are tied at 6. we can tell you that Thomas leading Moreland 21-0. That is a halftime score. Thomas out in front of Moreland. Texoma and O'Keene scoreless at the intermission. No score there. No surprise here. Hobart all over Cordell 39-0. That is in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, it is Frederick leading Hollis 18-0. 18-0 Frederick in front of Hollis. And again, we're looking at 20s here at the intermission between Mangum and Merritt, and the same score we had last week between Mangum and the Hinton Comet. So familiar territory here. Big difference tonight, though, the rain that is really beginning to come down, and it will affect things throughout the course of the evening. Justin O'Neill.
If it'll affect nothing else, it'll affect the temperature, Michael, as we've had this definitely a little bit of water-cooled air coming in our way, this wonderful east window we have.
And it's one of those situations where the rainfall, not only does it present a problem just making the football wet and making it difficult to hold on to, but looking up into it. I mean, this is a very moderate to heavy rainfall coming down right now. And imagine if you're a wide receiver trying to look up into it and catch a football, or somebody trying to make a play in the kicking game. Not going to be an easy task in the second half.
It's hard to follow the ball for sure. Looks like about the only individual having a great time out there tonight, Michael, in the rain is, I'm not sure the first time, but I'm going to say Timmy the Tiger.
Yeah, you're right. The Mangum Tiger is having a marvelous time, and I guess there's probably plenty of insulation underneath that suit, and it's Tuffy the Tiger.
Tuffy,
I just saw it on the back.
Tuffy.
Now, Tuffy the Tiger. Now, Tuffy the Tiger, remember when the season started and it was about 100 degrees, Tuffy the Tiger really wasn't enjoying all that stuff, but on a rain-swept night in the middle part of October, certainly it is nice to have that on. We're in the middle of fall break. Some places off all week long. Other places started yesterday, some today, and more tomorrow. I believe at Navajo, you told me you're off tomorrow and again on Monday.
Yes, we're doing the bookends on the weekend, just like Altus High School is. So off Friday and Monday, and back at it on Tuesday.
And, of course, those of you who follow our broadcast here on Classic Hits 97.7 with Justin when he's able to join us on these Thursday and Friday nights, you know that he is now the music teacher over there at Navajo. And you had a chance to take some kiddos to Lawton on Monday of this past week. And brag on those guys a little bit, if you would, please.
You betcha. I am the proud recipient of a lot of talent there at Navajo, and we were able to take 16 students this past Monday to the Southwest Oklahoma All-Region Choir Festival, Michael, and that's an audition-only choir. We had 16 of our 32 students that auditioned to make it for that choir, and 8 out of 10 out of high school, and I just couldn't be more proud of these students as they worked hard all from the beginning of the first day of school, some of them even going to choral camps in the summer in preparation for this event, and coming up next Saturday, many of those same kids will be auditioning for the OCDA and OKMEA All-State choir competitions. And as I said, couldn't be more proud of the hard work they're putting in. And just pleased as punch to be a part of that.
All right, our halftime brought to us by Bratton Drug. Check some more scores now. Here is a surprise coming in from Cameron University. At the half, the Noble Bears in front of Lawton Mac. It is a 17-7 ball game. They are at the half. Noble and MacArthur, and it's Noble out in front. Lawton Eisenhower leads 8-0 over Guyman. That is a halftime score. Lawton Eisenhower in front of Guyman. Number one team in 5A, that's Carl Albert. They lead Woodward 28-0 at the intermission. That big battle going on over in Ardmore. And Ardmore with midway through the second quarter of play, leading Duncan 14-7. Matt Terry's Altus Bulldogs, no trouble with the Jets. Jets. I guess you could say they're grounded. It is Altus 35, Western Heights 7. That is late in the first half of play. Here it is 20-all, Mangum and Merritt in a rainstorm to beat the band. It did just that. The bands couldn't perform at halftime. Our halftime brought to us by Bratton Drug, and we're back to a soggy Liberty Bowl after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Friends, you need to take care of your eyes. Have regular checkups. Make an appointment with Dr. Michael Geiger Eye Care in Altus, and now there's a Geiger Eye Care in Frederick. Dr. Michael Geiger and Sons, Seth and Bryce, well, they're good at what they do, so get your eyes checked. Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick, proud to support Southwest Oklahoma youth in sports, in the classroom, in the showroom, whatever. That's Geiger Eye Care, Altus and Frederick. Mike, Seth, and Bryce Geiger, 580-482-1756.
At the half here, tied at 20, Mangum and Merritt. Let's check some 8-man scores for you now. Snyder, Cyclones continue to roll. They lead at the half over Geary. It is a 20-0 ball game. Snyder in front of Geary. They are at the intermission there. Snyder trying to go 7-0 on the year. Certainly one of the surprise teams around the state of Oklahoma. Alec all over Carnegie. This one is over now. Alec has beaten Carnegie 64-6. The final score, Alec 64, Carnegie 6. Burns Flatdale City, the Eagles looking for their third win in 8 tries as they lead Cyril at the half, 38-6. Burns Flatdale City in front of Cyril. And it's number 1 Shattuck leading at the half against Laverne, 32-6. The Indians in front of Laverne at the half, 32-6. Those two teams have played in a couple of state championships in recent memory, and they have been epic battles. But this year, I don't know, after seeing Shattuck in week number 1 against Tipton, I don't know that anybody is going to be able to compete with the Indians. They are that good.
I was able to listen in on that game, and I'll tell you what, it sounded like it was just a thorough thrashing of returning state champion teams of Tipton.
By the way, I keep telling Cherie Flores to listen to me when it comes to Tipton football. She won't. She was worried about the ball game against Maysville tonight. No disrespect to Maysville, but with 2 minutes left in the first half, Tipton leading 44-0. They should end that ball game early in Class C play. Mountain View Godibo trying to keep pace. They lead Granfield in the second quarter, 38-6. Mountain View Godibo out in front of that one. Corn Bible Academy losing after 1 to Fox, 24-0 is the score there, 24-0. Corn Bible Academy trailing Fox as they've gone to quarter number 2. Rain continuing to fall here, 20 all, Merritt and Mangum. Second half is coming up, stick and stay. Our halftime's been brought to us by Bratton Drug, and we'll return to the Liberty Bowl after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
You know, we've known him a long time. He lives in the neighborhood. He's kind of in the same demographic that I am. We thought that Lauren Ahrens and I thought we shared some kismet, some men of a certain age, if you will. He's seen the picture on Facebook that Deanne posted, and he said, and I'm quoting now, "You are one SEXY dude." Thanks, Lauren. Thank you so much. And yes, those of you who are watching on our Facebook Live page, Classic Hits 97.7, or possibly on oksports.tv, that monochrome pink highlighter that you see is me. Thank you so much for being a part of that. Thank you, Justin. I figured if your buddy Lively could wear that Tiger outfit last week, I could go all pink here tonight. As Steven Tyler and Aerosmith once sang, "Pink, it's my favorite color." So the second half about to unfold here, and it is just absolutely drenched now. As we mentioned, no place for the water to go with all the rainfall that we have had over the last couple of weeks. And so even if you get a quarter inch of rain or so, it is going to present problems. And we'll see how the teams are able to matriculate it here in the second half of play. I tell you what, though, what we need now, we need to invest in the first ever Classic Hits 97.7. See those bubbles over there across the way, the plastic bubbles?
I'm seeing you.
Yeah,
Those
that's what we need to be in. That's a little
pretty
self-contained thing there. Hey, you can put your little heater in there and stay warm, stay dry. I just hope at some point our equipment doesn't start smoking, because if it does, I'm getting far, far away from it. Second half brought to you by quarter number 333 Dental in Mangum. Thanks to them for being a part of our broadcast. Now, you can be a kid in a candy store here and get excited because it's wet and it's raining and everything else, but it's a critical ball game, and you better remember to play assignment football if you're in a black shirt or a white shirt. This is a big game. Jalen Warner set to kick it away as the second half ready to get underway, tied at 20. Warner kicking on the right side of your listening device. High end over end kick fielded by Smith at the 25. He'll go to the far side, looks for a block, gets it at the 30, 35, 40. Look out, he's across the 45 and makes his way all the way out to the 47-yard line. Boy, he came down awkwardly on the football, and he is slow to get up. But a nice return there by Dallin Smith. It'll be 1st and 10. Great field position now for this group from Merritt. With 11:52 left in the third quarter of play, they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 47.
And to look for a lot of big plays. Sometimes when the weather gets this way, it's just hard to wrap anybody up. And the same token, to get any good solid blocks can lead to some big runs.
Well, and you've got to take care of the football. So a lot of noise being made out there. As we said, they come out of the second half to that driving rain. Hagan Justice underneath center. 1st and 10. Justice going to hand it off to Smith, weaves his way through traffic, has the 50, still on his feet at the 45, and spins his way down all the way down to the 41-yard line. That'll be a good enough for a first down. And you talked about difficult to tackle a wet body, and we saw it on that run by Smith.
It's just hard to wrap anybody up, Michael. If you're just not shoulder to shoulder, you're not going to stop somebody that's got strong legs under him.
All right, so a first down carry to the 41-yard line. As the rain has not let up at all. It is really coming down and has for about 20 minutes now or so. Shotgun formation this time for Justice. He'll turn, hand it off to Dameron, who turns the corner, looks for a block, loses the football, is out in no man's land, still free, and finally recovered by the Mangum Tigers and Sean Claude Booth. Wow.
And you just talked about that, Michael. Hard to hold on to the football. Just a perfect display there. How about Sean Claude finding the loose ball and getting on it before it goes out of bounds?
Well, and it looked like that Brett Perry had the initial attempt to try to get the football, and it slipped right away from him. One of our coaches that unfortunately has to be outside upstairs looking for a change of clothing, and I don't blame him. So Mangum with the first big break here in the second half of play after the fumble night by Dameron. They'll get it at their own 47-yard line. Tied at 20, 11:22 left in this third period of play. And again, the camera angle, not the best. We know that, but had to move it back because of the rainfall. Perry on the inside handoff, and he'll get swallowed up right away. But that play had difficulty from the beginning because the center exchange snap, not good that time, between Laughlin and his center. A loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. And boy, there at that point of the field, Justin, where it is just chewed up big time. I mean, that's divot land out there right now. So 2nd down and 11. And the effects of the rainfall, Laughlin underneath center, we just never see that. He'll hand it off to Perry. No, that's Sean Claude instead, and maybe a yard on the play for Booth. Swallowed up immediately by Trevor Fowler. So that'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll call it 9.5 with 10:30 left here in this third quarter of play. Third period, as always, brought to us by 333 Dental. I have to be honest with you. The worst thing I'm thinking about here is trying to matriculate those stairs getting out of here. Yikes.
Barnes has a little high anxiety. If you're out
Oh,
there
man, I do.
man.
Thank you, Mel Brooks. I certainly do. So shotgun here on 3rd down and long for Mangum. Laughlin bobbles the ball, gets it into the belly of Perry. Brett into Merritt territory. He'll lose the football, and it's going to be recovered by Merritt. Wow. So Perry fighting for extra yardage. lost the football, and Hagan Justice picked it up not far from where a moment ago Brett Perry missed the football, but it was scooped up by Jean-Claude Booth.
There we see, Michael, 2 back-to-back series. It looks like somebody greased that pig, and it's hard to hold on to that football.
Oh, my goodness.
Tonight, Michael.
This will be interesting. You know, we were looking at some of those halftime scores, and we gave you a couple 0-0 at the half. When you have got conditions like this, if you're playing backyard football, it's great, but boy, it is so difficult to concentrate. Remember your assignments because you're trying to just stay upright. So Justice and company, first and 10 at their own 47. Handoff on the jet sweep left side, and Zach Carr trying to turn the corner. Great pursuit by the Tiger defense, and losing about 3. Well, they'll mark him down at the 45-yard line, Zach Carr. But we love the pursuit out on the edge by the Tigers. Dalen Stacy leading the way. Got some help as well from Sawyer Webb. It's second down and a dozen. 9:35 and running in the third period of play. Well, for most of you, you will have the day off tomorrow, or many of you, I should say. However, I won't. I'll be at the Department of Human Services trying to dry out tomorrow morning, and it will not be an easy task. Second and a dozen. Run the ball to Smith, and Dalen across the 45 to the 46, near the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be third down and long. I'm also afraid that my hair might combust here in a moment. I put too much product in my hair, and that light bulb that Katie Carney brought us, it's right there by my noggin. I can feel some things warming up over there.
I'm glad you have all of the follicles still in place tonight, Michael. Otherwise, you might have a little burn up there.
Well, with this pink that I've got going on, if my hair does catch on fire, I'm going to look like a Roman candle. So third down and 10. Merritt with the football. We're tied at 20. Inside handoff, going to come to the near side, Dameron, and he'll make it to the 47. No more. Penalty flag flies on the play. And we're going to get a block in the back or a hold called against Merritt, and I would imagine Mangum will decline. And I'm telling you, every time a ball has to be punted, it's going to be an adventure for the punter. It'll be an adventure for the receiving team as well. And this is the part of the field that it is absolutely a quagmire out there.
And how many times do you see, Michael, whenever it gets wet like this, a punter goes to plant that lead foot, and it doesn't always grab? We might see a disaster here.
Well, we've seen Mangum have trouble in the punting game here tonight as the ball was snapped over the head of the punter and resulted in a turnover. And now Merritt going to go with mass substitutions as they bring in a whole slew of new personnel that have lily white uniforms. This will be interesting. Dropping back to punt will be Trevor Dameron. Brett Perry back to receive. Gonna watch that 25-second clock. Low snap. Dameron will get it. Low line drive. Keeps it away from Perry. And look at that ball just squirt dead at the 20-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for Mangum from there. 7:59 left here in this third period of play. We are tied at 20. And Mangum set to go to work on the offensive side here in this third quarter. Brought to us by 333 Dental. By the way, if you're wondering about some analysis, please, from Justin, he's doing all he can to bring you some sort of semblance of camera work here.
You ever seen the movie Cloverfield, Michael? It's one of those that they filmed from the beginning to end with no cuts. Got a little shaky cam going on right now.
Well, that's all right. You're 30. If you're shaking, we understand. It's probably because you're cold. Not because you're a doddering old fool like I am. So first and 10 now, Mangum from their own 20-yard line. 7:59 left in this third quarter of play. Tied at 20. Deep handoff here on the near side. Look at holding onto the foot. Will be the running back. Was that Jean-Claude? It was Booth. And nope, Brett Perry instead. And Perry will take it out across the 20 to about the 23, 24-yard line. So give him 4 on the carry. Brings up a second down and 6. But I like the way Perry cradling that football. And I tell you what, there are some hardy fans here from both sides. You look across the way, and there's some folks from Merritt that are huddled up under umbrellas, and then some others that are underneath a pop-up tent. Here's Booth on the near side. Jean-Claude to the 25, and then he'll get turned back right there. Dalen Smith in on the stop. So it'll be third down and 5 for Mangum from their own 25-yard line. And the clock shows 7:10 left here in period number 3. By the way, we send out a sympathetic note to our good friends from Merritt who were been trying to broadcast the ball game, and they've been victimized by the wet weather, and we're just keeping our fingers crossed that we don't fall victim as well. Ball loose on the ground again. Perry will pick it up, looks for a block. He tries to break away from tacklers. He's not going to get it done, and Mangum is going to have to kick from deep in their own territory, and this could be problematic right here. Wow. And again, that exchange has just been so difficult throughout the course of the evening. I'm not going to try to put my giant coconut in your way there and try to get a vantage point to be able to see. Yes. Mr. O'Neill has suddenly become a mobile cameraman as well. Well, cold, rainy October nights are great when you're snuggled underneath the covers with your loved one watching your favorite TV program. And if you're playing football, it's not bad. But if you're trying to do camera work, stay dry, and follow the action, it becomes a different story. Bernard Bailey with a nice punt. Fair catch called for by Dameron, but he'll just simply let the ball lay dead at about the 42-yard line. So excellent field position now for Merritt, as there's 5:49 left in the third period of play, and we are tied at 20. Since the rain began, it has really impacted this ball game. And Justin, you're exactly right. I think we may end up with a 26-20 ball game, and that one touchdown that is made by either team is going to come courtesy of some sort of big play.
I think you're absolutely right. It's not going to be pretty football from here on out, but sometimes those plays where you miss an assignment or just simply get a fortuitous bounce or slip and slide.
Hagan Justice from the shotgun going to come here on the near side to Dameron. Cuts it inside the 40. Takes it down to about the 37-yard line. Well, I tell you what, Dameron went down hard. He really got popped by Brett Perry. Dameron will get up, but he is slow to do so. Picks up about 6 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. You know, we haven't mentioned the officials, but it's no picnic for them either.
I mean, they're not immune to this weather, huh?
No, they are not. I'm a little surprised, though, that they're not taking a towel and putting it over the football in between each snap. 5:35 left here in the third. 20 all. Mangum and Merritt. Critical A2 district bowl game on this 8th week of the season. Inside handoff goes to Smith, and he literally comes to a sliding stop at the 35-yard line. Tried to cut inside Brett Perry and just went into a slide. You can see his gash marks there. Slid from the 37 down to the 35. Were to be 3rd down and about 3.
And that it might be fun to slip and slide, but that was not a fun seat he had on the turf. He hit pretty hard as he landed.
Yeah,
there.
Again, one of those things that your feet go out from underneath you, and you hit butt first, and I don't care how young and athletic you are, it still charged the system.
Catch you a little stinger. It stings the same.
4:45 left here in the third, tied at 20. 3rd down, 3.5. Justice going to hand it off to Smith. Smith just running straight ahead. He'll pick up the 1st down inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. And I tell you what, Smith, big, strong kid. Dallin that time took Dalen Stacy for about a 3-yard ride. They'll move the 6 inside the 30 at the 29.
And if you're on defense, Michael, what do you need to think of in a situation like this? How are you going to wrap people up?
Well, the first thing, it starts with your feet. And everybody, you talk about hands and shoulders and stuff, but you've got to, and they used to tell us, you cannot get your feet any wider than your shoulders. You have got to keep those feet inside your shoulders, and then you go back to your technique. So 1st and 10, hurrying to the line, the Oilers. And the play will stop before it gets underway. I think they're going to get illegal motion called against Merritt. They were running out of time on the play clock, and they ran to the line of scrimmage. I don't think they got set before the ball was snapped. And Justin, you were kidding about missing on the rain for a while. No, you've hit it right on the head, my friend. It is really coming down. So they'll wind the clock now. 1st and 15, 4:10 left here in this third quarter of play. We remain tied at 20. Merritt with the football. And got it at the Mangum 35. Shotgun formation for Justice. Hands the ball off to Smith. Weaves his way through traffic. Breaks a tackle. Has the 30. Now down to the 27-yard line. And the push forward near the 25. So Dalen Smith running hard picking up positive yardage all the way down to the 25. That sets up a second down and long 5 for Merritt. The line to make for a first down just inside the 20.
And a great effort there by number 52, Jordan Patrick, with the shoestring tackle on him just to slow him down in order to stop that play. Otherwise, he would have been breaking off a few more yards.
Well, I'm not so sure Smith would have gone in the end zone on that play. You're right. Here's Dameron on the inside handoff, and he'll take it inside the 25 down to about the 24-yard line. And that'll bring up a third down and short. And I tell you what, we talked about jerseys and being white and whatnot. A couple of those guys, you can barely tell what number they are now. Dalen Smith and the Dameron kid, Trevor Dameron. They are so wet, so muddy, so covered up. So third down, and we will call it 3. Obviously, 4-down territory for Merritt, tied at 20. Going to go back to Smith, got hit immediately, and he won't pick up any yardage. How about the play by J.T. Schrum knifing in there to wrap up Smith as soon as he took the handoff? It'll be 4th down and about 4.
And Schrum is having the time of his life out there, Michael. After the previous play, he's out there dancing in the rain, able to make his way around and get a great tackle there. Just having a lot of fun.
All right, thank you, Neil Sedaka, dancing in the rain. You don't know who that is. Just don't even kid yourself. If you listen to Michael in the morning, 6 to 9, Monday through Fridays, you will know who Neil Sedaka is. In fact, I played him earlier this week. All right, here we go. 4th down. They want to throw the football. Look at this. Justice with a pass over the middle, and it is knocked away by the defender from Mangum, and that is that Trey? It is. Trey Dickey again, yes, making a nice play on 4th down to swat that one away, and Mangum will get it on downs here with 2:15 left in the third quarter of play. So a great job by the defense. Bend but don't break, taking a page from my New England Patriots. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Mangum. Third quarter brought to us by 333 Dental in Mangum.
I've got to give the victorious text from my wife. She said, all asleep by 8:30. Great job, man.
Victory formation at the O'Neill house. So 1st and 10, Perry tries to turn it to the outside. He'll weave his way along the line of scrimmage and pick up about 4 on the play. Nice job by Brett that time to make something out of nothing. It'll be 2nd down and 6. I was looking to see who the Thursday night football game was in the NFL and on the collegiate ranks, and I can tell you that instead, Boston leading Houston 1-0, bottom of the 4th inning. Boston wins that. They go to the World Series. Denver, by the way, in front of Arizona in the NFL, 28-3. That is a second quarter score. Yikes, 28-3. Here in the third quarter, we're tied at 20, right up the middle of the field. Mangum will go, this time on the carry. It will be Sean-Claude Booth, and Booth picks up the first down. They will move the 6. So Mangum with 1:25 left here in the third. Picks up a first down. Tied at 20, and they'll wind the clock. Ball at the 34.5-yard line. Underneath center, Laughlin, I formation, drops the football, picks it back up, now gives it here on the near side to Perry. Brett turns the corner, has the 40, and is going to be dragged out of bounds at about the 46, 47-yard line. And a horse collar tackle will add yardage onto that as well.
Yeah, definitely a few feet out of bounds. Had a little help getting back down to the turf. And that's one that they'll throw the flag on every time.
Stops the clock with 1:12 left in the third period of play. So they're going to get the horse collar. They'll add 15 to the end of the run. And, they called it a personal foul, but, I mean, well, maybe they did. I'm not going to argue with the official, but the horse collar is there, but the play continued to out of bounds, but the tackler did not throw the guy to the ground. Anyhow, 15 yards, one way or the other, whether it's a horse collar or just a personal foul. Mangum has it. Inside now. Merritt territory at the 39-yard line of the Oilers. They'll go back to the power run, and inside the 35, down to the 34, goes Sean-Claude Booth. So Booth running hard and holding on to that football. Inside of a minute left in the third period of play, tied at 20. Mangum trying to put together a drive and take the lead. We were tied at 20 at the end of halftime and have stayed there throughout this third quarter. Both teams having a hard time holding on to the football. Like a driving rain, you can understand why. I formation, Sean Claude bobbled the ball, got it back, spins his way near the 31-yard line, and Booth will pick up a couple. And that'll bring up a third down and short now on what was probably the final play of quarter number 3, brought to us by 333 Dental. So Justin zooming in on the scoreboard as the third quarter comes to a close. Mangum and Merritt tied at 20. The final 12 minutes coming up. We invite you to stick and stay on Classic Hits 97.7.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827.
Classic Hits 97.7. Michael and Justin back here at the Liberty Bowls. We get ready for the fourth quarter of play. Brought to us by Great Plains Bank. And we are tied at 20. We've gone to almost a GoPro look now because we've got the handheld camera going on with Justin. And I'm curious, and because I don't have the ability to see it, are the fans at home that are watching the stream, can they see just how hard it is raining? Is it showing up on the camera very well?
If I go up to the lights, it's pretty easy to see. It's coming down hard out there.
Boy, it is. It has been now for quite some time. Mangum trying to put together a drive and take the lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. They have the ball on the right end of your listening device, viewing device. Third down and short. Underneath center, Colton Laughlin. The center exchange snap is an adventure every time. We saw it right there. Laughlin had to dig in and hold on to that one. They hit him immediately. He spun forward. And Jalen Smith said they didn't pick up the first down. Let's see if the call is correct. And it is a fourth down. But again, normally that quarterback sneak works every time for Colton Laughlin, but because he had to squeeze that football on the center exchange snap, couldn't get any traction and got knocked down in his tracks.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to sneak without a secure hold on that ball. It's so easy just to let it get out of your control. And Laughlin, we'll see if they line up and do the same thing here again.
Mangum taking a long time getting the play in from the sidelines. And now they're going to have to take a timeout, I think. Yep, timeout going to be taken by Mangum. 11:15 left here in the ball game. Tied at 20. That's their first time out of the second half. We're back after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from. But choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
All right, Mangum takes a timeout now, set up a fourth down and less than a yard play here as the ball sitting outside the 30-yard line of Merritt. Mangum going to go with an I formation underneath center. Colton Laughlin, he'll take the quarterback sneak, and I believe he got it that time, Justin. The initial surge, and yeah, the side judge says first down.
Yeah, very good, absolutely on that positive yardage there. Great job of the initial surge and secured that football and went forward.
I think you bring up a great point. Boy, you've got to really concentrate on holding on to the football each and every time you take it into your possession. And that center exchange snap between quarterback and center is just crucial. And again, you get an idea of just how difficult the conditions are because Mangum hardly ever goes underneath center, and they are doing that here in the second half of play. Laughlin now, deep handoff to Perry. Brett tries to bounce to the outside and won't get it done. Great tackle there in the open field by Dalen Smith. Smith with a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Brett going to lose about a half yard. Second down and 10.5. 10:35, and the clock runs here in quarter number 4, and we remain tied at 20, Mangum and Merritt.
And we've talked about it a few times tonight. Dalen Smith has been the answer to Sean Claude Booth. Get a little taste of their own medicine, do the Tigers when they come up against him.
Second down and 10. Booth with the handoff and hit just as he got to the line of scrimmage. Great play there by Colt Quisenberry. Back to the original line of scrimmage and no more. Third down and 10 now for the Tigers as the clock continues to run. We're going to be inside of 10 minutes when this ball is snapped. In fact, we're at the 10-minute mark right now, tied at 20. Fourth quarter brought to us by Great Plains Bank. At some point, you don't have to do it right now, but at some point, try to get a shot at that M at the midfield. I mean, it's all but obliterated. We'll take a look at that. And also, this second half has been played basically where we are right now, and it is getting chewed up. Got positive yardage as he takes it inside the 20 down to about the 19-yard line. It'll be did they get the first down? Though it'll be a fourth down, fourth at about a yard with 9:25 and the clock running here in the fourth quarter of play.
And a great job by Perry to fall forward, but still just a little short of that first down line. And let's see if the Tigers can push forward yet again and extend this drive.
Well, they marked Brett down on the outside half of the 20-yard line. The line to make is the 19. So it's fourth and that much. Warner split out here on the near side, but they're going to run the football to Perry. Nope, that is Sean Claude Booth, and I don't think Booth got there.
I don't think he did.
Well, you can hear the Merritt folks across the way, the kids getting excited, and yeah, Mangum going to come up short. So they gave it to Booth, and Sean Claude simply couldn't get the wheels to churning. And great penetration by the middle part of the line for Merritt. Turnover on downs, going to give it back now to Merritt with 8:56 left in the ball game, tied at 20. Wow. So now it falls on the shoulders of the defense for Mangum. Well, you'd love a turnover here, ball deep in your territory. Deep handoff here to Smith, and Dalen Smith breaking tackles across the 30 out to the 33-yard line, and Smith just made it not nearly as precarious with the field position, and he's the kind of guy that this is perfect weather for him as long as he's running north and south.
And that's going to be the danger for the Tigers defensively the rest of this drive, is just finding a way to hit him in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage to slow down that momentum.
So a first down carry out to the 34. It'll be first and 10 from there. Clock continues to roll. 8:40 left in the ball game. These two teams played last year here at the Liberty Bowl. Mangum won it 20-6. 20 all here. Shotgun formation. Look at this. And the handoff here on the near side across the 40 out to the 43-yard line. Will go the tailback, and this time it's going to be Trevor Dameron. And Dameron, slow to get up, but he got 9 on the play. It'll be second down at 1. And Dameron, a little hitch in his giddy-up.
I hate to chuckle. I was chuckling at Dameron. He does not have a white jersey anymore.
No. And in fact, it's hard to see that 10. Well, he's going to stay in there. I'm surprised they don't take him off. And now the official going to call time, and I think the official is going to tell him he ain't got to leave the field of play. Yeah, Dameron, I appreciate his toughness, but right now he doing more harm to his club than good because he is just really in some uncomfortable pain. Carson Rutherford will take his place. Now back underneath center will go Justice. I was surprised they went shotgun a moment ago. They'll hand it off to Smith, and Smith hit as soon as he took the handoff. Making the play is Sean Claude Booth, and short of the first down will be third down at 1. So Booth and Smith have tangled on both sides of the football when one guy was carrying the football and the other guy tackling. This time Sean is the defensive guy and makes a nice play.
And you got to know this is going to be one of those games that both of these boys remember the rest of their lives, lining up in the mud, mano y mano.
So third down and a yard. If you don't make it, do you go for it if you're Merritt on fourth down?
I wouldn't want to risk pitching it back there to punt.
All right, third and 1. Justice hands it off to Smith. He got hit initially, then fought off the tackler, and he's going to pick up the first down to the 45-yard line. Well, they had Dalen Smith stop short of the line to make, but then he got a little second surge and took it to the 45, picked up the first down, so they'll move the sticks with 7:18 remaining, tied at 20.
Yeah, great second effort there by Smith. I thought the Tigers would have him down well in the backfield, and unfortunately for the Tigers, that's not the case.
Great Plains Bank bringing us our fourth quarter, and it's a good one. Tied at 20, and again, Justice will go back to the shotgun formation. Hagan Justice, quick handoff here on the right side. Boy, I tell you what, it looked like Dalen Smith was going to get himself wound up and go for big yardage, and then a shoestring tackle at the 50-yard line, but he still picked up 5 on the play. That'll bring up a second down and 5, and was that Dameron? That was Brady Dameron back into the ball game. Trevor Dameron. So Trevor Dameron back into the ball game at the 50-yard line with that 5-yard carry. And just fighting through it right now. 6:35 and running here in the fourth. And again, shotgun formation. The ball on the ground going to be picked up by the fullback, Dameron Smith, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Dalen Smith makes up a 3rd down and 6. Well, again, I haven't stayed at a Holiday Inn Express lately, and I've never coached high school football. But in these kind of conditions, I don't know that I run the risk of going shotgun.
I'm with you. It's so hard for you to get a good secure hold on that ball before play develops. And it more than anything, it's for the center snapping that ball away. You can't get a good grip.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. Not only we talk about the running backs and quarterbacks trying to hold on to the football, but you're right. As a center, it's tough to make sure that you stay on that one. Looks like that Merritt going to take a timeout here with 5:45 left in the ball game. And actually now 5:44 the official time. Timeout taken by the Oilers. That's their first of the second half. We are tied at 20, and it's 3rd down and 5 for Merritt when we come back to the Liberty Bowl Classic Hits 97.7.
The date for the big fall special sale at the Hobart Stockyards is set for Saturday, November 17th. You need wheat pasture calves, or you want to sell some, call Rex. We're going to have lots of great consignments. Want to consign or ask questions? Rex's number, 580-331-8547, 331-8547. Again, that big sale, special sale, Saturday, November 17th. We'll serve lunch, so write that date down. Saturday, November 17th, Hobart Stockyards, where, like Rex always says, we want your business, and we sure appreciate your business.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum is Tiger proud. When you need a reliable used vehicle, just visit Jamie's Auto Sales at 129 North Louis Tittle Avenue in Mangum. Owner Jamie Turner has many years of experience in the auto sales business. Jamie or Lacey Del Tepper will help arrange financing through area banks and credit unions. Get a good vehicle and save money at Jamie's Auto in Mangum.
All right, let's give you a game reset now. It's 3rd down and 5 for Merritt. Ball setting just inside Merritt territory at about the 49.5-yard line. A yard to make for a first down, the 45.5 for Mangum. First time out of the night taken by Merritt here in the second half. They will go shotgun. Tied at 20. Justice bobbled the ball. It's on the ground and going to be recovered by Merritt. I think getting on that loose football was Smith. But now you're going to have to punt on 4th down and about 7.5.
And how about the effort of that young man this whole series?
Yeah.
He has just been doing what it takes. Still got a little gimp in his get along, and I'll tell you what, I got to give it up to him.
5:10 left in the ball game. Our fourth quarter brought to us by our good friends over there at the Great Plains Bank. Boy, they are getting their money's worth here tonight on Classic Hits 97.7. So punt formation, and the snap is good. It's slow, but the kick is away. Looking up into the rain, the two receivers from Mangum, Perry and Dickey, they'll sail away from the football, and Merritt will call it dead at the 23-yard line of Mangum with 4:50 left in the ball game, tied at 20. So what do you do here if you're the Tigers?
I don't think there's really anything you could do but just tuck it and try to break off a big run from the inside, Michael, and just hope for the best.
Well, in baseball, they talk about that you if you're at home, you play for the win late in the ball game, and if you're or on the road, you play for the tie. So if you're Mangum, do you just simply try to run clock? If you get something, okay. If not, you're gonna go take your chances in overtime.
You definitely want to try to find a win, but you don't want to give it away either.
All right, looks like Mangum now going to go from the shotgun formation. 2 backs behind Colton Laughlin. That would be Perry and Booth. They'll give it to Brett. He's got the 25 still on his feet near the 30-yard line, pushing forward to the 31. So a nice carry there for Brett Perry. Perry will pick up 8 on the play, 2nd down and 2. 4:30 left of the ball game. The clock continues to roll on, tied at 20.
And we still haven't really seen it yet since the rain hit, Michael, but I still believe there's a big run to happen just simply by a missed tackle or somebody slipping on an assignment trying to go out and make a tackle. Stranger things have happened.
Well, if you get on the edges, I can see that happening. It is so banged up in the middle part of the field. It'd be difficult. Laughlin again from the shotgun. Movement up front, but no flag. Here comes Perry across the 30, both hands on the football. He's spun down at about the 32, and that should be good enough for a first down for Mangum with 3:55 remaining in the ball game. Well, they said no, he's short. It'll be 3rd down and about a half yard. Now they're going to call for a measurement. Remember, they did this earlier in the ball game, and Mangum asked for the measurement and found out that indeed they did have a first down. I'm thinking, again, they get it by a half a football.
And this is a pivotal moment in the football game, Michael. It's a huge difference being 3rd down and short and having a first full set of downs. Being on this near side gives you a lot of interesting options with that much field to work with on the far side.
Well, and on this near hash mark, you've got a field that's actually in pretty good shape. Well, they'll stretch the chains, and they're short by a half a football length. So it will be 3rd down, and that much. 3:49 left of the ball game, tied at 20 on a rainy pink-out night.
You think we're going to see another quarterback sneak?
Well, if he comes up underneath center, yes. By the way, we've talked about that center quarterback exchange all night long, and the center, Payson Jenkins, has done a remarkable job this evening, keeping that football into the hands of Colton Laughlin. 3:45 remaining in the ball game. And going to go handoff Perry. Brett's got the first down of more across the 35 out to the 38-yard line. Ran into Jalen Warner. Otherwise, he has more yardage. But they'll move the sticks with 3:39 remaining. Mangum with the first down.
And that's just what the doctor ordered for the Tigers. I, for one, am nervous as can be whenever I see that ball getting pitched. But I tell you what, good job of Laughlin and Perry to hook up and get those extra yards for the first down.
Well, what I like is guys aren't wearing gloves out there. I'm a proponent that when you wear gloves in this kind of weather, it just gets that much slicker. Perry again with a hand up, right up the middle of the field, 40, across the 50 to the 48-yard line. He runs over Dameron and picks up another first down.
And that's the kind of momentum we're looking for, getting in, as you said, kind of on this near hash, where there's a little better field to run with, and that's what can happen late in this football game.
3:20 remaining in the football game, and we talked about Payson Jenkins up front. Boy, that left side doing a great job of collapsing things. J.J. Skinner a part of that, as well as J.T. Schramm and our tight end here on their side, and of course his cross. Brooks doing a good job. Deep handoff here to Perry. Again, 2 hands on the football. He's inside the 45, spins down to the 42-yard line. Brett Perry picking up about 7 on the carry. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 3. The clock continues to run. We're at 3 minutes here in the ball game, tied at 20. And there's the first cough of the night. I knew we would have one at some point. Ball setting at the 41. So it's a 2nd down. We'll call it 3.5. 2:40 left here in the ball game. Laughlin underneath center. He'll hand it off to Perry right up the middle of the field, and Brett's got the first down inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. They may actually give him the 36 and do. So Mangum moves the 6 once more. And tick, 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 tick. The clock continues to roll. 2:36 remaining. And Mangum right now just loading up and saying, okay, here we come, Merritt. Stop us if you can. So far, they've not been able to do so. 1st and 10. Back to Perry, middle of the field. And this time he will get tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Coming off the edge to make the play there. And that was a dandy play turned in by Merritt's Carson Rutherford.
And you mentioned a great job by Rutherford to read that play, get around the tackle, and make a tackle.
And now you get into the part of the field that has really been chewed up in the second half. 2 minutes left here in the ball game, tied at 20. 2nd down and 10. Laughlin, handoff, left side Perry. Tries to turn the corner. Brett races there. Going to get dragged down from behind. He'll pick up 3 on the play. That's a nice play out in space. Turns Hagan Justice to slow down Brett Perry. Actually, they gave him 4.5. It's third down and a short 6, long 5 for Mangum. Obviously 4-down territory. Down to a minute 35 left of the ball game.
And Michael, I got to say, that was the play I was looking for the Tigers to break off a big run, but Perry just not quite able to turn the corner on that second down play.
Third down and 6. Perry gets the call again. Brett going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Great penetration again by that defensive line of Merritt. Timeout going to be taken by Mangum. They face a 4th and 5 with a minute 18 left of the ball game. When you and I come back to the Liberty Bowl on Classic Hits 97.7.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Okay, so do you play for the tie or do you play for the win right here?
I tell you what, Michael, we're going for the win. It's a home game. You're trying, as we said, this is an all-important game for playoff ramifications, and you got to try to get the win here if you can do anything at all. 4th down.
All right, let's set the stage now. 4th down and a little less than 5 to go. Mangum and Merritt each have used a timeout here in this second half. There's a 1:18 remaining in regulation. We are tied at 20. And I formation. Booth is the up back, Perry the tailback. Colton going to drop back, wants to throw the football. Looks near side for Warner. Passes up, and it is incomplete. Jalen Warner couldn't make the catch, and Merritt will get it back on downs with a minute 12 left here in regulation, tied at 20. Well, I like the play design, but good scouting on the part of Merritt and well defended that time by the Oilers on the defensive side.
Great job. We've seen all season Warner's ability to get free in a space to make a catch, but that time just unable to stretch it out, and the ball's kind of up for grabs, and if for anything, kind of fortunate that it fell on the turf instead of in Oiler hands.
All right, so here we go. Merritt now with the football. They've got 2 timeouts left. 1:12 left in the ball game, and you're not going to win this one kicking a field goal. I mean, it's going to take a touchdown. Justice underneath center. Going to hand the ball off on the reverse to Dameron. Dameron cuts it back inside. He's got the 40, 45, 50, still on his feet, and inside Mangum territory. Finally ridden out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. So a big run there on first down for Dameron. That is a touchdown-saving tackle, by the way, across the way from Colton Laughlin.
A touchdown and a game-saving tackle there by Laughlin. And tell you what, the reverse is a scary thing in this situation, Michael.
1:02 left in the ball game. You're 8 weeks into the season, and you're fighting for playoff positioning, so I don't think that there's a whole lot that you don't go to the playbook here, either on Merritt or Mangum's side. Boy, Merritt now really in that nasty part of the field. 1st and 10. Justice underneath center. He'll hand it off inside reverse, and a great job of coming down the line and making the play. Colton Laughlin, no gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. The Oilers going to use their second timeout here with 53.3 left. We're back after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offers government-sponsored apartments for persons 62 and older and people with Social Security. They have 1-bedroom and efficiencies, which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi, and cable is just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brandy at 782-2452 for more information. 782-2452. The Mangum Golden Age Apartments.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, go Tigers.
All right, here we go. 53.3 left in regulation, tied at 20. 1 timeout remaining for Merritt. They have a 2nd and 10 at the Mangum 44. And they are in the quagmire part of the field right now. From the shotgun formation, Justice. He'll hand the ball off to Dameron, gets a block on the edge, has the 40, 35, still on his feet, cuts it back inside, and going to be tackled down at the 27-yard line with 45.5 left in the ball game. They will move the sticks, so therefore they will stop play momentarily. Let's see if they decide to clock the football here. And no, they're going to huddle up. Look at this. So they'll start the clock now. 1st and 10. Ball at the 27-yard line of Mangum. Merritt, handoff. Dameron cuts it inside. He's got the 20, the 15, and finally knocked out of bounds. And about they marked him out at the 16, said he stepped out at the 16-yard line. So it'll be first down from there with 31.3 left of the ball game.
And it's time, if you're a Mangum Tiger, you're going to be looking for an opportunity to stop the ball at all costs.
Well, now you're in a part of the field where footing will be, and this is a relative term, better than it has been most of this second half of play because there has been little action down there on that part from about the 25-yard line in. One timeout still for Merritt. Tied at 20. 31.3 remaining. Justice going to drop back. Roll out, get flushed from the pocket. Now has room on the far side. He'll tuck and run, pick up big yardage, and step out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. I believe they're going to mark him out at the 9 with 22.6 left in the ball game. So at the 9-yard line, that'll bring up a second down in about 3. So 22.6 remaining. Tied at 20. Merritt, 2nd and 9 for a touchdown, 2nd and 3 for a first down. Justice back underneath center. Again, they're going to go to Dameron. He'll cut it inside, gets a block inside the 5, and spun down right there near the first down marker. And Merritt going to use their final timeout here with 14.7 remaining. 14.7 remaining will set the stage when we come back. Liberty Bowl, Classic Hits 97.7.
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Courtsview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen when you're enjoying ball this fall. Stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Courtsview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Courtsview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
And our thanks to Great Plains Bank, sponsor of our fourth quarter here on Classic Hits 97.7. No timeouts left now for Merritt. 3rd down and less than a yard. 14.7 left in regulation. Quarterback Justice going to go from the shotgun formation. See what they decide to do here. Going to hand it off Dameron here on the near side. Dameron at the 5, and he goes into the end zone for the score with 9.3 remaining. And Merritt leads it 26-20. How about the effort there of Trevor Dameron as it looked like he was going to cut it to the outside, got a block, and scooted in from about 5.5 yards away. And with 9.3 remaining, it is a 26-20 ball game. Mangum trailing Merritt here.
I tell you what, Michael, Dameron, this whole series has just been a go-to for the Mangum Oilers. They just play after play, big carry after big carry. A lot of effort by that young man.
All right, so here comes the 2-point conversion with 9.3 remaining. Remember, Mangum still has 2 timeouts left, and it is a wild night weather-wise, so you never know what will happen in the final 9.3. Loose football here, going to be recovered by Mangum, so the 2-point conversion is no good. 9.3 remaining. Mangum now trailing in the waning moments of the fourth quarter. We're back after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Well, if you're Mangum, what are you going to do here, partner? You trail 26-20, 9.3 left of the ball game, and you've got 2 timeouts remaining. Kickoff coming. You try to do something fancy on the kickoff, or you just get the ball down as quickly as you can and try to come up with a Hail Mary at the end?
Well, you got to expect the squib is coming. So,
Okay.
goal number 1 is to try to successfully, get that ball in your hands. And from there, you've seen stranger things. If you can do a lateral across the field, you probably expect, as I said, the squib. So you can see all sorts of fireworks on a situation like this.
8 minutes left in the fourth quarter up at Hinton. Sayre leading the Comets 22-20. 22-20, that one late in the fourth quarter of play. Also inside the district, as we check some other scores for you very quickly, we can tell you that it's Hobart leading Cordell 39-13. Frederick shutting out Hollis 30-0. Here we are tied at 20, or actually now it's 26-20. Merritt leading Mangum with 9.3 left in the ball game. So Mangum needing some help right here, as Gibbons will kick the football away. Little line drive kick fielded by one of the upbacks, and inside the 45 down to about the 42-yard line will go. Was that Jaden Rogers? And I believe it was Jaden Rogers. Great job by Rogers to make the catch and take the ball inside Merritt territory at the 43. So 6.7 remaining. 2 timeouts left on the clock. And Mangum, certainly Colton Laughlin has got the arm to get the ball into the end zone from this point of the field. Now, do you try one quick play and then go to the end zone?
I think likely there's enough time if everything works. You got a chance to throw it twice.
Okay. So here we go. Laughlin, empty backfield. He'll drop back to pass, slip, roll near side, and he is going to be sacked all the way back at the 38-yard line, and the play took so long to develop that it comes to an end, and Mangum will lose it by a final score of 26-20. Mangum Tigers and the Oilers of Merritt in a good one here tonight. It was 20-20 at the half. Merritt the only score in the second half, and the Oilers win it by a final score of 26-20 here on Classic Hits 97.7.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers. Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Tough loss tonight for the Mangum
For
Tigers.
over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills. And with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stonecutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
26-20, Mangum loses it tonight. At one point, Mangum led this ball game 20-6, and then they get outscored 20-0 and lose it by a score of 26-20. And Justin, we thought in the second half, with the rainfall, with the conditions the way they were, with the way we saw the ball on the field early in that third quarter, it would be a big play that would be the turning point in this ball game, but it wasn't.
It was not a big play. I am shocked to say that we saw the Mangum Tigers that did a good job of marching the ball down the field late in the fourth quarter and just weren't able to convert on a fourth down. And then we saw the Merritt Oilers. How about them marching all the way down the field with just a few minutes of game clock left, able to punch the ball in inside of 10 seconds to get that final touchdown that ended up winning this football game. Good piece of football on both sides, but the Merritt Oilers coming out on top.
And a methodical drive by the Oilers. I mean, they just kept going to that sweep on the right side, either to Dalen Smith or to Trevor Dameron, and both kids picking up positive yardage every time they carried the football, and eventually Dameron from 5 yards away, the difference in the ball game, 26-20. So now 2 weeks left of the regular season for Mangum, and Justin, it's a pretty simple deal. You got to win your last 2 bowl games, or you're not making the playoffs.
That's definitely the situation the Tigers see themselves in. I don't have to worry about any math or anything like that. It's just all win out, or you're going to have an early end to your season.
Hobart and Frederick both going to win, so that means they will be 5-0 inside the district. Meantime, Merritt moves to 4-1, so the 3 teams that are above Mangum has already lost to them, so they won't get any help there. Meantime, Cordell losing tonight, so they, like the Tigers, will be 2-3. Sayre, if they can hold on and beat Hinton tonight, would be 2-3. So you would have 3 teams at 2-3 vying for that 4th and final playoff spot.
And it couldn't be any more exciting way to come to the end of the season for the district, is it? Just 3 teams that could possibly make it in. We'll see what happens with the remaining weeks of this football season.
Yeah, you're right. There's 3 teams that'll be playing for one spot. It'll be Mangum, Sayre, and Cordell. And the nice thing of it is, if you are the Tigers, you control your own destiny, as they say on the cliche bench.
Absolutely. That's the place you want to be. You don't want to have to worry about anybody else. You can just go out, play football, and control your own destiny and put the effort in, equals effort out, and see what happens.
All right, we go on the road next week as Mangum will be at Sayre on the road for the final time during the regular season, and then back in 2 weeks here at the Liberty Bowl to close out the regular season against Cordell. And by then, I hate the sound of this, it will be November.
As they say.
All right, so great bowl game here tonight. Mangum, though, comes out on the short end of the stick. They lose to Merritt by a final score of 26-20. Don't forget, I'll be back with you tomorrow morning with Michael in the morning, live from Studio V, beginning at 6. You enjoy your fall break, Mr. O'Neill, and you'll be able to join us on that trip up to Sayre next Friday night?
It looks like I will be.
Okay, we look forward to that. So for Justin O'Neill, I'm Michael Barnes. Thanks for joining us tonight. Mangum loses it on a pink-out night. Really, I'm the only guy that went all out pink. Final score 26-20 here on your home for Mangum Sports, OKSports.tv, our Facebook page, and of course on radio, Classic Hits 97.7.